Baja Zero.
Oh yeah, speaking of Atlanta, Baja Zero from Georgia throwing it down with the Andy, the neon green Andy, but on the other side, Icebound holding it down with Kevin. This is a character that got a couple of changes. Nothing really too, nothing that really shakes up the core of the character, but a couple of really consistency good things, right? The Hell Rotor and the specials, a lot of them were going to get a different frame data on whiff and on hit. So right now we're seeing the first hit with the EX right there. Slowly marching them into the corner, but we flip on out of here to see if Andy Bogart can get something going. A command grab is a good way to do it.
I was gonna say, I don't think I saw a single Andy Bogart in Kansas Dale, so this is gonna be a nice little shun for me. But just when I was saying Icebound just getting into the SPG, about to lose it, and now lost it. So now I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Baja Zero. It's interesting to see both of them select actually SPG in the middle tier in their life bar.
Oh, rolling right on through right here, catching him on the other side, and then catching him low. Not going to be able to confirm into a kill, but going to be able to bait out that DP right there. Baja had a really good start to the round, but all it took for Kevin was just the one little roll through to put Andy on the back foot and then bait out the DP right when desperation was at its peak. Oh, could have gotten a little bit more punish there, but not going to really work out right here. So Baja Zero got a little bit lucky on that slide right there, but we'll see if luck strikes for them twice.
SPG is in now. Now it's go time for Andy Bogart, but now when he's stuck in the corner like this, gonna have to find a way to get out, and Revlo's a perfect option to find his way out of the corner, teleport as well. Gonna put SPG on for Icebound, and it looks like he's bound for the corner as Baja getting another throw, doing flips, putting him in that corner and putting him in a real dire situation, trying to use Rev, and not gonna work out. One pixel in a dream, and he baited it.
Oh, he got caught backdashing too, so they had the right idea, but we do get the guard cancel to be able to, or the just defend guard cancel to be able to close out that round, but it was kind of crazy too. You definitely can tell that it's a little bit tough in that corner situation. Baja Zero taking full advantage of the fact that Icebound has to commit to a super, does not have access to a meterless reversal, but not going to have any meter for a potential reversal, but that doesn't matter. You can keep up the offense, which we can do right here. Go on in to the Rev Arc cancels, and now we can make them guess for game, but just keep it simple with the save jump.
Yeah, might as well. So, I mean, as well as things, he doesn't need to really put himself in a precarious situation. He's got a massive life lead. It's going to be super difficult for Baja to get anything going, and he can't even survive a single poke right here, so he's going to try to JD just to try to get as much health back as possible to possibly survive another little poke situation. But now an overheat in a really bad situation, and a good call up from the level 1 just to kind of close out that first game for Icebound.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a checkmate situation that Baja Zero put themselves in inadvertently, going for that EX command grab rather than a regular one, putting themselves in overheat, so it was going to be a little bit harder for them to be able to make it work down the stretch if Icebound was able to turn the tables, which they did with the reversal. But right now, they don't need to turn the tables. Right now, they have already been set in favor of Kevin Ryan, and we are about to fully put the tablecloth out of there, get the fine china off of there, because we are breaking some bones, breaking some plates, and breaking into the next round off the back of a really strong round 1 in game 2.
Yeah, just keeping up the process what he was doing from last game, just gonna kind of keep the process, keep the oppression going as he jumps in here. Already taking an early lead and a big wild punish right here from again. Baja just seemingly just getting forced into these big errors, swinging into seemingly nothing. I mean, we're used to seeing Andy kind of being more recursive one, but now it seems like Kevin's kind of jumping around and being really difficult to hit in these situations. And again, one little poke and toe poke to close out that second game. Icebound, teal lead.
Yeah, right now it does seem like Icebound has control over most phases of the game. As soon as we get to that neutral point, it seems like outside of throwing out that far heavy punch, Baja Zero has just not really had an idea of what to do. But right now it's just trying to reset and play a little bit more of that fireball game, which could be helpful against Kevin, who could have a little bit of a harder time if they don't have the just defend. But if you're not doing yourselves any favor, that has got to be at least the third DP that's been baited out by Icebound. Baja Zero letting a lot of damage be inflicted upon them with these errant reversals.
All right, set point here for Icebound. Baja run out of time. Not impossible. He could definitely pull the reverse sweep, but he's got to do a big Bobby Hill if he wants to try to find any type of success right now. And you see again, he has some good defense right here with the JDs, but it's once he gets put in the corner, he has almost an impossible way to get out. He's got to start using some red blows at some point, and he's not going to be able to use SPG either, as Icebound using level 1 just to maintain pressure and one little pixel, and he's going to close it out here. GG's, perfect game to close out game number 1 here. Icebound, dominant 3-0.
Yeah, Kevin Ryan just doing Kevin Ryan things. Such a very good snowball character once they have you pinned into the corner. Even against a character in Andy that does have that invincible representative up against yet another Kevin Ryan in the hands of Mixup. We'll see if Black Spider 88 can derail the momentum of the black armor-cladded police officer. Right now, though, they're trying to send out the EX Tatsu and then just DP on the minus frames. Why not, man? We'll play Marco.
Wow. Yeah, what's the worst thing happening? You get launched, you get punished? No way. He has no fear right now. And right now he's applying the pressure here. Black Spider put him into the corner. And you see it Mixup actually using Rev is one of those things I've been telling people, like, it's always an option you should keep in your back pocket. You see him using it time and time again. So let's see if Black Spider tries to read him here, and he does read him with the jump over the throw. Put him to the corner and use it just to burn up some of that Rev meter and put him into a one guess situation. And you guess wrong, you die.
Didn't even do the real 50-50, just went on over with the flip right onto the dome piece, caught him in the air. So that is going to be Marco with the first round in their pocket. Really interesting too, I saw in that first round that there was, like we're seeing right now, Marco just opting to sort of hover around the headspace of Kevin, where his anti-air game is not necessarily the best. So Marco taking full advantage of that, especially in that mid-range situation, and challenging Mixup to be able to respond effectively. Really working out there in terms of being able to seize the advantage, but advantage seized right now, putting Marco in the corner in the face of the strike throw game.
Yeah, I wonder if Mixup's like these Rev activations is very reminiscent of like Street Fighter's like parry system. So I wonder if he's a Street Fighter player, because he's definitely looking like it. And with the bait like that, he's gonna take this round, tie up the score right now, 1 round apiece in his first game. And I would love to see him to kind of keep this momentum going for game 2.
Yeah, that's so tough for Black Spider, though. Definitely wanted to do the DP break right there in that special rather than just letting it fly. That was a very lethal and costly mistake, but trying to right their wrongs right here. But they got the right guess did. Kevin right there blocking the overhead. Couldn't get a lot on that punish outside of that quick jab, but slowly fighting their way on out of the corner. But the far normal going to keep them in there. And then the jump in right here. Not going to have access to the hidden gear. We're not SPG quite yet, so we're just going to get the red line, but we're glowing red in overheat as well.
Oh man, but when you're in this situation where you just need one correct guess, it does not even matter. He baits out the DP here. Should be able to try to equalize it as best as he can with a single level 1 just to try to find him way to the corner. Oh, and just do it again. Who cares, right? Wake up, DP. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little smidge left on the health of Kevin. So just betting it all right there, just saying, hey, if you don't call this out, I win the game. And if I win, and if I get it, I win. So, or if I get it, I win. If I lose, you know, we just go to the next round. So really good stuff there. Just being able to assess the risk right there. Even in overheat, just being able to get that DP, being fearless on defense.
You always see Marco players kind of playing very high risk and high reward style, but the way Black Spider's been playing, it looks like it's going to have a lot of that's going in. Fine pressure, he's got SPG, so at that point he has no problem maintaining offense here, but now in overheat situation, and he put himself in a big hole right here, because now he's in overheat, can't really block too much more damage, and he baits on another DP, but he bait out the super as well. One stick of butter gone, so now I think Mixup's starting to understand. You know, Black Spider willing to just throw these DPs and even level 1s out. I'm just going to keep letting him do that and hang himself in these run-of-the-mill situations.
Yeah, especially when they put themselves in overheat. Very good identification of the same situation that they lost the game in previously. Right now, we're still matching on out of there. A couple of quick chops right to the chin, and couldn't quite get the overhead to hit. But again, just cancel into the DP. If you're not gonna punish my overhead for blocking it, you gotta make sure that it counts, man, because otherwise I'm gonna count the damage done to your health bar instead. Just look at where we are right now. Just again, hovering over that headspace, daring Kevin to try to hit an anti-air. Google.com, what is Kevin Ryan's anti-air? Results coming up, none.
None. 0. Final round, game 2. And look at that. Even at range 3, it seems like he's always a threat. You always got to be wary of where Marco's going to be positioned at. Because right now, Black Spider, which in the corner. Uh-oh. Hey, if he could do it, I can do it too. Still got one single butter as well, and he might be able to use it here just to kind of maintain pressure. No, he's actually going to land it early.
Both people now have access to SPG, using that right there to get the guard cancel rev glow to get Kevin out of there. Couldn't quite get the punish on the Zyrexican that time around, putting themselves in overheat again. We saw Mixup put Marco in the situation before. Black Spider being very gunshot, or not gunshot, but very gung-ho on the defensive end when they're in these certain situations.
Oh no, he's got invincibility frame, so it's enough to get him through it. Not enough. One more mix here. He's gonna rev blow and he baits it out, and that's what I was talking about. Use rev blow too many times, you just open yourself up to being thrown in that situation, and Black Spider recognized that, and despite looking pretty dire, still walking away with that second game.
That's crazy. Again, putting themselves in that overheat situation, but Black Spider making adjustments, being a lot more patient, just saying, all right, I saw that you were baiting out the reversals the last time we had this run around, and this time I'm just going to hold down back right until the perfect moment for me to let it rip. And that's exactly what got them that win. Oh, here we go. Mix-Up trying to respond, but Arrogant is going to come out right here. And now we're just putting all of our pressure right into the face of Kevin Ryan, pushing them into the corner, get the low to hit. Now you're putting them into SPG. What are they going to do with it?
Oh, that's what they're going to do. They're going to fight their way out of the corner. One simple mix-up here, just to try to put him back to skinny, back in the center stage. But every single time I've seen like Black Spider just kind of throws out a DP and even a level 1, but not able to get a bigger punish out of that. But Mixup still in a pretty good position right here, almost at 2 sticks of butter. Oh no, and again putting himself into overheat, but he doesn't have the level 1 to close out that round. One interaction.
I'm daring you. Look at level 1 I have access to, but the DP is meterless. I am out of resources in terms of the heat gauge, but I'm not out of options. The DP closing out that round.
Are you kidding me? Set point for Black Spider, but bet it all again, and it works out in his favor. Mix-Up. It seems like every single time he wants to try to close the distance, every single time he's getting baited. And despite Black Spider playing, you know, balls to the wall offense, he's still finding a way to just bait out these unforced errors from Mix-Up. And now, despite every time overheat, he still finds a way to close out the round and still close out the set. The dominant 3-0 there.
Yeah, you thought the resource management may end up coming back to bite Black Spider, but Mix-Up not necessarily being able to take advantage of the overheat. So, Marco Rodriguez, Kyokugen.
So I think it's definitely going to help out a ton. But with that being said, we got the next match here. Skeme 237, Eduardo MTZ. Hello, Mexico native. Skeme rocking my favorite Rock Howard. Let's go. Throw some anti-airs out, baby.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about Rock? He actually got some pretty nice changes. I think a lot of people also thought he was around that Kevin tier of just, you know, good, but not quite good enough. So he got some pretty nice changes to his Rage Run specials to get some added damage. A couple of hurt box and hitbox changes as well, too. So maybe a little bit more consistency with the character, because I think a lot of people view him as a lower damage character, but up against a character like Terry, who can just absolutely delete you with the simplest touch, which he can get right now. In overheat, though, the DP gonna give him a little bit more time.
He's getting close to that guard break situation. You gotta be really careful here. Skeme just applying the pressure, but maybe too much pressure. Luckily, he's not able to get blown up too bad right there, but still baits out a DP. Really strong position right here, and he's gonna jump over. No, he's barely gonna get clipped by it in there. And he's gonna reverse over. He's not gonna find the connection, just outside of range, and Eduardo being able to close out that round despite being put into burnout, or into overheat, and into a really bad position.
Oh, try to get the jump over on the Rev version of, or the EX version of the Power Wave, but they changed that so it has a little bit more, or a little bit less recovery. So Terry able to recover in time, but there was a lot of expensive maneuvering in that neutral phase. So we're already again in an early overheat phase, but Eduardo finding the right time to DP on out of there. Skeme has to make sure that he takes advantage of this. Otherwise, Eduardo's going to be able to steal another round from them.
They call him Skeme? My bad, Skeme. Sorry, I see the 2 different letters and I start freaking out with pronunciations, but he's not going to freak out when he sees him jumping in. Good anti right there, flying pressure and level 1. Raging Storm. Put him in that mix again and he guessed wrong. Not enough to kill, but he's going to get him to a 1 more guess situation, and you guessed wrong. And now final round here, game 1. Skeme scheming things in that corner, put him into a really bad position.
Not saying Rock is fighting for a later curfew, but trying to make sure that he is keep Terry wide awake, because already trying to keep them pinned in that corner there, just doing very simple strike throw. Terry not necessarily opting to block in those key points, but the use of the rev guard there, anti-cross up. Oh, we're gonna be able to hit them there? No, we're not. So it seems like this fireball neutral really getting the best of Eduardo, and even though it's damage, it's doing a lot of work onto that on that rev meter, because it's been early overheat each round.
Saying Skeme's not looking too hot either. I mean, looking pretty hot, you know, no pun intended, but just, yeah, barely at 97% here. One more interaction right here, another rev move should put him into overheat. Gotta be careful. Eduardo just trying to play that safe distance. I mean, despite those Repukins hitting, he's still kind of sitting back, and now back at 0%. He's really aggressive here. Just when I say that, he recognized that scheme, immediately throwing out the level 1. Dashing back in and gives him with the wild punish twice, man. Double Repukin. Double Repukin.
You know what? We weren't quite ready to go into the super after the wild punish far C, or close C, I believe that one was. But definitely going to be able to make the most out of both of those. But can we make the most out of this punish right here? Trying to get the counter hit. And again, reacting with the rev blow in kind. So now Skeme not going to be able to use any more rev blows unless they JD an incredible amount. But right now, Eduardo just going to absolutely crank up the volume on that rev meter. But again, got to be careful. Early overheat has been their downfall to this point.
Yeah, I wonder if that's Skeme's game plan here. Just throwing out a lot of early controls, just trying to bait something out of him. And now Eduardo said, hey, that rev blow move is pretty good. I kind of want to try it too. Closing out the round there with his own. But now, again, he's got to be real cautious. Now he's gotten red quite a few times. Double Repukins, not finding its mark here. But the change they made with the air Repukins and now being able to kind of go in there, it kind of tracks a little bit. Helps out a ton with kind of Rock kind of playing that safe distance, and then all of a sudden kind of dashing out of nowhere and just really try to apply pressure. Speaking of pressure.
Run him down right here. Not going to be able to quite clear or JD the Raging Storm right here. So we are running all the way back into the corner. Get a Shining Knuckle. Put Grandpa into bedtime. Try to go for that empty jump low once again, but Eduardo this time going to be able to block it low rather than backdashing. But here's the tough part. Again, you're in overheat, so Skeme is just going to, you know, say, you know what? You don't have access to that EX Fireball. You got to risk it right there with the Burning Knuckle. And it did not work out either time. Skeme ready for the burst option both times and punishing accordingly. So there we go, final round.
Eduardo doesn't mind here. He's got SPG early on. He's got 2 sticks of butter to work with. And again, these rev blows. I was thinking maybe he's trying to just bait out some sort of retaliating move from Terry, but at this point, yep. Baited, and gonna get the dash just to make sure he closes that distance here. He's gonna use level 1 just to burn, yeah, just to get some of that rev meter to go down a little bit, and some added damage on top of that. Really big life lead right now. Doesn't have to do anything risky, and now when he's in overheat, now he's even in a more precarious position.
Yeah, that's really tough too. Once again, being in a really precarious spot, self-inflicted with these overheat expenditures to take on the throw. But again, betting it on using that burn knuckle to be able to get or close space in on Rock. But Skeme just playing very patiently, being a lot more careful with their resources. So Eduardo's gonna have to do a little bit better job of playing a better neutral game. Maybe less hasty in the neutral or defensive phases, or if you're gonna do it, maybe something that's a little bit less committal, because right now you have been already put yourself at 60% on the overheat, and that's been Skeme's win condition so far.
I didn't notice that. Again, I feel like now, you know, Skeme at the beginning of the match was kind of just throwing out rev blows, just trying to see if he's going to be willing to react to it. But now I feel like he's just doing it just to kind of force out a lot of this overheat situation onto Eduardo, because I mean, a lot of that stuff self-inflicted, like you were saying earlier. So now, I mean, luckily, no more SPG on either side here. Still, it feels like Skeme kind of in control of this match, kind of in a good position.
Because right now you see the linearity of the game plan of Eduardo, because once they are not able to use that EX power wave for neutral, it's always been that burn knuckle, just slightly walk back, try to catch Rock coming forward, and then use that burst option. But this time, meeting him up in the air, going to be able to use that jumping heavy punch to win the air-to-air situation and win the first round of game 3. So Eduardo will be making some adjustments here, also opting to use Just Defend rather than immediately going for the more resource-intensive options.
All right, like I've been telling people all the time, every journey begins with a single step. Eduardo could definitely do a reverse sweep here and turn it all the way around, but just when I say that, Skeme said, you know what, that was fun. Oh, just kidding. Throwing out a DP. I think that might have been a misinput right there. He's looking for a fireball. I do that all the time, my friend. You're not the only one.
Yeah, but again, expensive use of resources on that combo. Didn't even get the hard knockdown on the end of it because we had access to that level 1. So now, again, you're giving Skeme access to the neutral he wants to play. And so now we're just opting to jump out. But here we go. We're trying to use that burn knuckle once again. And Skeme just going to be able to play patiently in neutral, find the time to stick out that far heavy kick. And now, Eduardo, you're sitting on that set point here. You got to make a comeback.
Don't do it here, Eduardo. Don't make it happen. We've seen nothing but 3-0s tonight. You got to change the fate. You got to turn the page of this chapter right now. And again, he's doing a good bait with those jump backs just to get him to whiff. And there you go. Finally going to find some options right here. Not enough invulnerability frames there. Big chunk of life gone on the side of Skeme. Now Eduardo tries to apply the pressure while they still have SPG. But you see Skeme has level 2 just in case if they need it, but I mean, one interaction is all he needs to try to put them into a overheat situation, but I don't think he's gonna have that opportunity. One pixel in a dream. Oh my gosh, there's no way he makes this comeback, right, Zoma? There's no way.
I mean, it's possible right now because anything is possible in the City of Wolves, but you know, seniority takes supremacy sometimes, and that is going to be how they take game 3. Eduardo now fighting back. You definitely saw in that game Skeme kind of lent themselves to being at the mercy of the pace that Eduardo's trying to set. Just doing the slow backup, just kind of baiting Skeme to try to overcommit in neutral, and then either it's that EX fireball or just send it with that burn knuckle or a jump out. But Skeme this time just slowly going to mark them into the corner. That's what you got to do. Just slowly walk them down. Let them give you that corner space because now look where you put them.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I haven't seen Skeme do a single attempt at a command throw, so I mean, I'm excited to see if he needs to pull that out at all during this set, but I mean, with the way he's playing right now and kind of applying pressure and just nothing but chip, and you see Eduardo just desperately trying to fight his way out of the corner, finds his way out, but now, I mean, there's still overheat on the table and catching these DPs by running into them. Just, it screams desperation right now. Skeme on set point.
Oh, I also do love what Skeme has been doing, running around these fireballs that Terry's trying to send out in response to the fireball game that Rock is trying to do. But rather than just doing a full jump to clear it, they will do a jump and then use that air fireball to change their momentum. So giving them different strokes, different movements, different looks, so that Eduardo can't get a beat on how they can really command that neutral. And I feel like that's just been the difference so far in this game.
100%. That's why those jump back punches have been, air punches have been very few and far between when it comes to it, because he's been able to delay his time when he wants to fall down. But now overheat for Skeme. Eduardo spells go time. He's still got SPG. He still has access to 2 levels of meter right now, and not gonna spend any quite yet. He's gonna try to find him out of the air. But again, a lot of neutral being played right now. Oh shoot, back to the corner. What are you gonna do? Jump back again, and he's gonna catch him with the deadly storm.
He break, keeps the pressure going, and now put them in overheat as you lose your cooldown. EX shoulder trying to get on in there, but just a little bit shy on the range, so we get the punish. Terry Bogard once again threatening to come back 1 round at a time. Final round right here, game 4 Skeme. Looking like their scheme that they were using for those first couple of games not necessarily working out the same way, because they are out of SPG already with a beautiful anti-air on the power geyser.
Dude, that was such a good call, because now Skeme doesn't have access to SPG the rest of the set here. Got to try to close out the old-fashioned way. Double rev blow coming out for Eduardo. No connection either way, though. Open out even when it comes to rev meter. And he's going to put him into the corner. He's going to backdash and just kind of let him swing into it. Double it up again. I told you, if it didn't work once, I'm going to do it twice. And now we are all tied up here, 2-2 in this ladder format. Let's go.
If there's a character that I know for double rev blows, it's either Ronaldo or Terry. One of those two, because I feel like I see those 2 characters do those all the time, but it working out right there many times for Eduardo, who was doing a very good job of setting the pace, whereas Skeme was doing so in the first 2 games. Right now, Skeme trying to make an adjustment. Eduardo right now has them on their heels because they're not being able to read their as much, switching up the timing on these burn knuckles.
I I was kind of skeptical of his patience and kind of him sitting back. I was thinking he had to play a little bit more aggressive, but I mean, persistence outweighs resistance. Right now, it seems like Eduardo's got the momentum coming in here, despite again going into overheat super early on in the match. Still has the life lead, and it feels like positional control as well, as we're back in center stage. He's gonna force himself back. Every single time, these unforced airs from Skeme, now on the back foot.
Right, overheat once again, gonna be able to get the anti-air low, the SNK staple right there, the trip guard with the rock, Howard crouching, light kick, but now we still have a little bit more game to play. The back, and then trying to go for the knuckle putt. This time we're able to block it. Skeme going to be able to get the better of the smart style user, the little bit of intelligence needed to rock Howard.
Dude, I love these red blow usages from Skeme right now. He's on set point again, but he's been in this situation numerous times. Eduardo just finding his way to battle, dig deep, and find his way out of these precarious situations. And now he's got to do it with no SPG. Try to do a throw, but luckily he dashes out. Out of range, not able to find that punish.
Sending out these power waves right here, just hopping to JD right here. I think Rock and Skeme definitely making sure that they don't fall into the same step of getting anti-air, trying to clear the fireballs. But we have access to hidden gear right here after the beautiful touch and the rundown on Terry Brogard. Is this going to be enough? I believe it is a photo finish. Keep the faith indeed. When adversity seems like it is going to reach its peak, we claw back and seize victory. 2 games up, 2 games down, but it's 3 games for me at the end of the day. Skeme gonna win the set 3-2 in a title in an online tournament.
Yeah, it's gotta find a way to make it work. I mean, again, Preecha, kind of one of those characters that kind of fell on the back burner for a lot of people at Supergrenas. I mean, ever since, you know, Breakout ran one of their first ever like beta tournaments for Fatal Fury, they've been sticking with Preecha and rocking it ever since. But right now, Clon, just rocking it out with the Terry and applying pressure. But now, no more SPG on either side here.
Let's get a nice JD, which I believe Supergrenas was trying to sniff out, but this time to be able to tech that throw. So some good heads-up awareness on both parties, but gotta make sure to watch the knees as well. The crouching heavy punch gonna lead to a lot of damage, as will the break on the DP after the FP jump low. Gonna have access to our level 1. Is this going to kill? It is, and they needed that too because O was going to put them in a tough spot, but Supergrenas perfectly calculated. P equals MC square after all.
Dude, that was perfect. That was some Einstein level, some Socrates level stuff right there, Zoma. But you see,
thank you very
again,
much.
Supergrenas, I got you, man. Supergrenas, just a master class of just like wall carry and just combo execution. I don't see him ever dropping. I mean, he's been doing that same combo seemingly since the beta and not slowing down anytime soon. You see Supergrenas trying to kind of force Terry just to swing into it, and we see Rev getting pretty high on both sides of the bar, 70 about on each side. 1 stick of butter for Supergrenas. So I mean, 1 combo interaction, 1 starter, 1 wild punish, and who knows? I think it might be dead here.
Oh, gonna be able to get the DP break off of the lights. What a luxury this character is able to be afforded. And that's going to be, again, the light confirmed. That's going to lead to a round win. But this time, gonna be the second round to get the first game in their favor. And yeah, I definitely can understand why Supergrenas sees value in this character. Like you said, they've been sticking with it since the beta. And I think a lot of people, you know, see that when she's able to get a lot of bus frames, a lot of very strong strike throw pressure, when she's able to get in that advantage. Has some pretty good counter zoning ability too with those fireballs that we've seen represented already. And of course, meterless DP, being able to combo off of a light into a DP break. So they just got a lot of stuff going for her to make up for her shoddy range. But when you're already up close to the face of the hungry wolf and making them eat their words, it doesn't really matter that much.
Oh my gosh, it just seems like he's guessing wrong every single time. And he used the level 1 again just to close out this round. Again, excellent awareness right there from Supergrenas, because again, every single time he gets super close to rev burnout or to overheat into that situation, he immediately throws out the level 1 just to make sure either 1 is going to kill or kind of reset the meter just a bit enough so he can be able to put him into a guess or game situation.
Yeah, the meter economy for Preecha very important as well. And honestly, she doesn't necessarily need a lot of neutral or a lot of meter in neutral. Definitely being able to use most of it in their offensive strings. Going to be able to close the combo a little bit short there by going into the rev load to prevent them from going into overheat on another rev art. But also these JDs are also helping out with the meter build for Supergrenas as well. So in all phases, mining the meter with all the tools that they have access to has really allowed Supergrenas to take full advantage. But right there, Clone, the reversal super, putting Preecha up against the wall.
Okay, finally seeing some overheat now on the side of Supergrenas, but let's see how Clone wants to apply that pressure. He's still got a bar meter to work with as well, and he baits out another jump, but again, the defense from Grenas is too strong. Just when I say that, big mistake in a big opening, and now Clone finding his way to, take a round here. Final round, game 2.
Get ready.
Okay.
Hey, got that light confirming the DP break. I want some of that too. That seems pretty nice. Use it to take a round on me. I'm gonna do it right back to you. So here we go. Terry Bogard fighting back against the new character, but showing them something that they haven't seen before in this version of Southtown. This ain't Market of the Wolves anymore, big man. This is the city. But right now, sending them back down to the streets with the power dunk.
Oh boy. You see again a lot of these JDs. I don't know how Grenas has time to do a neutral jump in and then just immediately do a just defense in time to get a lot of this meter build up. And you see again 2 bars to work with. 1 interaction, 1 wild punish. Every time I say it, it seems like it just rears its ugly head, and she'll be able to take a big life lead right now. Now with no SPG. Oh no, Clone in a really precarious position, and now almost in a 1-guess game.
That is crazy that they got the far light punch into the DP break from that distance, but no distance too large to be jumping over that fireball for Terry. Could have been a huge disaster for Preecha if Clone was able to get the full confirm right there, but just not quite able to get the full conversion. Overheat, they're going to put themselves on the offensive end of the DP.
No, good patience right there from Supergrenas. Recognized the frames, did not want to try to risk anything right there. Knew the invulnerabilities would be enough to punish that. So again, great patience right there. Grenas taking that second game despite it kind of going the distance. And here it is, Rep. Well, I can reactivate, son. I see green already. Green means go.
Yeah, common situation right there. When you throw out that fireball, the Preecha mains definitely want to be able to use that quick advancing rev flow to go right through them with that unlimited armor. So good recognition of the situation by Clone, but even better back throw right there. But even better tech on the throw right there to prevent further advantage for Preecha. But an overheat against a Preecha that can just absolutely frame trap you to death can be really bad. And you're seeing exact frog.
Dude, what is going on? He had such a good life lead, and also you blink and you miss it, and it's gone. Clone, what happened? One little cross up, and it just kind of spelled the downfall of that this third game here. And now Supergrenas on set point. They're both undefeated right now in the ladder format. So I mean, this win has a lot of meaning here in the standings, because if right now Supergrenas gets this, he'll be up 4-0. Clone will be up 4-0. So this means a lot to them right here. He's going to use it just to kind of reset it back. Take a big chunk of his life. He's already in overheat, but back to 0.
This is everything that you can want as Clone to be able to set up a game win right here, but Supergrenas not being undeterred right here, just slowly making their way out of the corner, not being too hasty right there. Sticking to the just defensive, the defense has been immaculate right there in the face of the multi-hitting fireballs and then teching the throw. But the wild punish right there, the crack shoot, blocking the overhead, not going to be able to punish that with a DP break, but can get it on the second hit of the Record Series. Switch sides as well, going into the Bionic Arm level 1. And again, Terry in overheat, so Preecha can definitely crank that guard gauge with all of the plus frames and strike throw. But throw is not what you want to do right there when you got the high evade on the part of Terry Bogard. Clone again fighting back.
Get ready.
I was going to say, Isaac is still trying to go for a lot of these throws, because I mean, Clone and not only been checking him, but just getting good reads on him overall and just getting good punishes just on the jump in. And I told you he's ready for green means go again. SPG no longer on the table for Supergrenas. Clone just doing a lot of damage here, has a bar to work with as well here, but oh my gosh, unreal. Clone has woken up.
Oh my gosh. The evades to circumvent the offense of Preecha in both ways, or both rounds there to close things out. Clone going to be able to use the high evade and the low evade to be able to get that game 3 win. And also these rev blows have made a difference, and how Clone has played around them. And there you go, the backdash on the throw, going to get a lot of damage on there. So Supergrenas now being thrown for a loop here because a little bit of adjustments have been made by the Hungry Wolf.
still has a lot of SPG to work with, but hey, that was cool. Can I try it too now? And now when he's in overheat as well, he's just in a really bad spot. I think he's gonna use level 1 here, yeah, just to kind of apply some more pressure, extra damage, give him one extra interaction before he goes into overheat, and he's not gonna even need it as he closes out to the ground and moves on to set point once again. But this is where it was last time we were watching somebody, and they all of a sudden Eduardo brought it back. So let's see if Clone can do the same thing. Back on the heels.
We talked about adjustments throughout the sets, and we already saw it in short order right there, changing up the rev blow because we were able to get it to start the round and then to end the round, putting that pressure string that was high evaded the last time that they went for it, and then this time just opting not to do anything and waiting for the high evade to whiff, and that was the punish combo that was able to enable Supergrenas to win that round. So Supergrenas, as quickly as that, making some key adjustments to really get the pace of the game in their favor, but Terry snatching it right back, rolling on through, getting a couple hits of that close C, and then a level 1.
Nice. He Let's go. Clone still alive here. He's got to do one more round to reset the round count, but still set point here for Supergrenas. And real smart. I thought he was going to use level 2 right there, since he's kind of close to 80% on that red meter, but either way, still going to save it. And now he's going to use that, and now no more SPG here for Grenius. Kind of relying on that early on in these sets, but 8 seconds gone, 75% of your life is gone as well. Clone in a really advantageous position.
Oh, great DP, him in the corner, disrespecting, trying to use a high evade to get the anti-air, but a good aerial just defend, fighting right back, and here we go. Preecha can make something out of nothing here, going into the level 1.
I thought it was going to be level 2 for sure, and he immediately does another cross-up, but nice justice from Clone. He's in a pretty good spot, anti-air, and going to spend it to close out the round. Doesn't want to chance anything and take us to a final game here. I told you there's a lot on the line here in terms of standings. They are both undefeated going into this match, so somebody's going to get their first loss on the board, and if Grenius doesn't make any type of change right now, Clone's going to hit the reverse sweep again. Very momentum heavy when it comes to Terry.
Gosh, the bait right there. Gonna get the wild punish on the crouching light and then the bait on the DP. So Clone already was a ginormous round 1 right there, getting the most out of catching Supergrenas with their hand in the cookie jar. Ain't nothing sweet right there. But round 1 of victory there for Clone. But Supergrenas fighting right back with a little bit of sweet punches to the chin of their own.
Every single time it feels like it's one interaction. You get the first interaction, it pretty much goes the way of the Wolves. But now you see again Grenius applying that pressure, doesn't have a bar to spend. I think it should be enough to kill, and it is. And we're going to a final round. Supergrenas versus Clone. Let's go.
Final round. Get ready.
Gosh, there's something about this excellent diner that gives us some excellent sets right here. A back-to-back game of 5, up 2, down 2, and then again going to final round of the set. The Supergrenas trying to make sure that this game 5, round 3 is over as quickly as possible. The wild punish on the crack shoot, and the wild punish on the other side, baiting out the throw, meeting them on the other side. Going into level 1 presumably, but that rev gauge is slightly cranked up more than they may want. Point.
Oh, there you go, wild punish as well, just to kind of tie up the set. That means no, he's just gonna do level 1. I thought he'd surely do level 2, just kind of reset the neutral. Now, about to hit on the red bar. Oh, thank you. Tied it up now. One more interaction here for Supergrenas. Gotta be careful. High risk, high reward situation here when it comes to Terry. Oh my gosh, now he's in overheat and he got caught by the projectile. Unlucky.
Man. Yeah, just the most mundane of tools there used by Preecha right there to commandeer the ending of the set, but securing the pace by setting out that tool against Terry. The fireball going to be able to close it right there. Supergrenas, much like our previous set, losing that last 2 after winning the first 2 because they were just like, hey, there's a donation in there, check it out.
That's how they do it all the time. They allude to it with their little mini comments, and you put XP in the comments. So, hey, still appreciate it either way. But as we go to our next match, Unsafeonhit and Rankger, rocking the rock, and Hotaru, Unsafe.
Oh, but Hotaru always a safe bet in this game right now. Even in different iterations, she was up, she was down, and then she's sort of in the middle right now. I think a lot of people don't necessarily know where she's fitting, but I think a lot of people can agree right now that she's looking pretty darn solid up against Rock Howard in the, very snazzy outfit, but it's going to get a little bit of dirt on it because right now they're being put in the mud by a very strong Hotaru Futaba around there in this first game.
Hey, I mean, it's like if you were playing her, during when she was down, I mean, technically she's up right now. I mean, she wasn't as, as dominant as she used to be, but still in a very good spot. Again, I think she's one of those characters as well that kind of falls into like the middle tier. Is just like she's not terrible, but not like enough to stop that either. So it's definitely something to kind of worry about when you're kind of playing against them.
Yeah, she's got a stable game plan despite the damage nerfs. I think she still has access to a really good amount of damage on a touch. As you're seeing right here, gonna be able to go into the hidden gear to definitely prove my point. But yeah, steady game plan, being able to play that zoning game with very, very strong fireballs. And then up close, she has some very good pressure as well, being able to really crank the guard bar and make their opponents nervous as we get a bait on the DP right there from Rankger. Don't know if that was a misinput or a little bit of nerves in there, but either way, Hotaru and her ferret friend going to be very much appreciative of that as they go up 1-0. Unsafeonhit looking like a safe bet to win the bracket or win this set so far.
I mean, you said it. You said making them nervous and then immediately retaliating with the DP. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, I know when I try to play Rock, I almost, every other interaction where I'm trying to throw out a fireball, a Rapukin, I want to throw with the DP. So, would not surprise me. But, I mean, looking at how he just threw out a DP right there, it definitely feels like it was intentional. Slicer just trying to find some openings right here. But again, SPG in the middle of the life bar right there. So, not going to have access to some crazy stuff until we get, a little bit deeper into the match.
Again, here we go, trying to play that fireball game, but Rock fortunately has answers to those, but we have an answer in kind with the reflector kick because of course it can do that. And then right behind that, we can run down Rock Howard, put him out of SPG with this level 1. That's exactly what we do, and we get them in the corner as well, trying to get the empty jump mid to sort of bait out a guard cancel DP, but and instead go for the plus frames, catch them mashing, and yep, that is the heavy version. Got to make sure that you know which one is which. That one is indeed plus on block, despite the name of the person using it.
Lucky, unlucky. See, that's the mix-up. That's the no mix-up mix-up. You're going to tell him it's unsafe, and then right when he tries to retaliate, try to go for a punish, want him getting blown up, but he's going to catch him with a guard cancel. Okay. Still put himself accidentally in the corner, but again, he flashes one of those really strong moves because it kind of does a cross-up situation, and he can get a guaranteed follow-up. But again, I'm not a big fan of using FPG in the middle here because now it feels like he's been having, good domination, good pressure going, but now he's going to wind up losing SPG. You're not able to see it a single time.
Maybe there's a little bit left in the chamber, but it is gone right there. The whip with the heavy punch, so quick to just absolutely make the commentators wrong right there. Hotaru Futaba just absolutely just gonna get the wild punish right there to get huge damage. Didn't even need too much fanciness, too much sauce on the combo there. Unsafeonhit 2-0. Rankger got to figure out something right here because right now the Hotaru is absolutely running away with it.
Yeah, he's got to slow it down a little bit. He's getting a little too impatient. You see him trying to go for a lot of those moon slicers, just trying to catch him with a cross-up. But I mean, sometimes, depending on like which character you're running, the offense really does make a big difference. But the way he's been playing Rock, I mean, I think he needs to slow it down just a smidge. Maybe try to factor in some command throws here and there just to kind of catch him off guard. Because I mean, again, the defense from Unsafeonhit has been relatively strong throughout this entire set so far.
Yep, giving him a different look with the Rage 1 follow-up, instead going for the low rather than going for those cross-up overheads. Went for it right there, and we saw a little bit of adaptation from Unsafeonhit near the end, knowing that that was a pressure string that they liked doing, was able to get the JDGC on the other end. Plus frames right there, but this time responding beautifully. DP to challenge the advantage right there from Hotaru Futaba, so now being able to lock them down into the corner and keep the pressure up with the rage run, but putting yourself in overheat in the process. Meanwhile, we're getting some meter back on our own end with these JDs.
The air throw is crazy, and he baits out the super. Unfortunate, and now he doesn't even need to use a level 2 here just to close out this round. Unfortunately, yeah, Rankger was in a really bad spot right there. Again, he forced himself into burnout situation. I just don't understand. You don't really need to put yourself in that precarious position, and now that point unsafe.
All right, couple of taps to the toe with the far light kick. Gonna work out, or the crouching light kick gonna work out, but unsafe on block right there. Not gonna get the full punish. He's gonna make up for it right here, jumping over to the other side. A lot of damage right here. And, oh my God, you didn't tech on that as well. You had a chance to prevent that safe jump from happening from Hotaru, and now she's gonna really make you pay for it for not using the fundamentals. The hidden gear, most likely going to do it right there. She has had some damage nerfs, but there's not a lot of life bar to chew through here. And yep, we're just gonna be able to eat up all of it and eat some dubs. Shouts out to one Jameis Winston right there. A W right in the column of Unsafeonhit 3-0.
Tell you, that W tastes real good right now for Unsafe. A clean 3-0. They're doing pretty good, I think, in terms of...
Get tired of the 50-50s, but you know what? It is what it is. And on the other side, oh no, I think it was Ferno who actually did have the Goku gi and did that joke, because they had the Goku gi right here. They're going up against quad bonus in the Terry Bogard. So a couple of protagonists from a different series gonna show down right here. But right now, the one coming from the Shonen Jump magazine going to be able to jump off the pages and jump out to a really good start here, putting Terry in the corner.
Oh man, oh, he messed up on the wild punish, but luckily another opportunity for quad bonus. This opportunity, one might say. Oh, not gonna spend any type of meter, just trying to burn him out of that SPG, but now no more SPG on the table for Ferno. And quad bonus, recognizing that he wants to get out of that corner situation, jumping around back and forth. I mean, he's doing like crossing back and forth, but Ferno doing good and just gonna do it anyway. Just do a flip, bro. Just throw it out.
Yep, the double light confirm into the level 1, going to put them at a final best for game situation right there, and the overhead going to work out for them. Ferno now gonna have to play that neutral game with Terry a little bit, but good use of the fireball to derail the attempt at a crack shoot approach from Terry, and then stuffing out the startup of it right there, sticking out the big old jumping heavy kick. Oh, got the block on the overhead, but not gonna be able to punish it.
Oh, okay. Some signs of life here. Quad bonus still got SPG on the table, putting it in the middle, but just when I say that, I've spoken it into extinction, and the bait again, Ferno. Good patience right there, and good defense to take that first game. Let's see if he's got the level up.
Round 1.
No, he's gonna stick it out. You don't get the next level tier of Goku. Just you gotta beat him first.
Oh, I thought I want to have a good fight. That's what Goku would probably do. You just be messing around. Bro, your son is about to die to Cell, bro. Stop messing around.
Spoilers, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I came out 30 years ago. My fault.
No, it's okay. I got to be a little bit more sensitive on my audience right now. We're not sensitive to our susceptibility to be getting thrown right here or get opened up as everybody does in the face of Marco Rodriguez. EX on Retsukin because he can combo off of that rev blow uniquely and go into the super after the fact. Marco showing you what's good with the offensive powerhouse that you get from practicing Kyokugen Karate.
I was just about to say, I was like, oh man, I think he'll be able to survive as long as he doesn't use that level 1. And immediately using that level 1 to close out that round. Super smart Inferno, and now he's got a real dominant life lead. Once again, not even a one interaction with the SPG, as you are going to wind up going down to a guess for game situation. I'm getting feeling like a light overhead's going to be coming out on the tape. How about a red blow instead?
Correctly identifying the gap right there in the rev art sequence. Just gonna have access to that rev blow, pop the quick hittings on Retsukin, and a couple of quick strikes, or a few more than a couple. Gonna be able to go right into the gut of one Terry Bogard. So 2 on the board for Ferno, but it takes 3 to win here. Quad bonus trying to prevent that from happening. Get a couple more bonus games in the set, but EX Lariat, despite its nerfs, still a pretty good neutral skip tool, and you're seeing why.
Still feels like it's one of those moves that's always been a pressure. Despite all the nerfs, it does not matter. But see if quad bonus tries to get the thing going, because he's finally got Ferno out of that SPG state, but he's got a lot more to go. Still has a life deficit. Still has a little bit of himself on the table. Spend it on the dash and the level 1. Now in the life lead, but he's got to apply that pressure now. Giving Marco any type of chance like this spells disastrous. Oh Oh my gosh!
Behind the strike
Oh,
and then
got him.
with the JB quad bonus, showing signs of life right there, just being undeterred in the face of the offensive Marco, being able to slow the game down a little bit and then catch them guessing on the offensive end. As long as you don't get put in that first knockdown against Marco with SPG, things can be a little bit more manageable. And I think quad bonus is taking their time, making sure that they don't put themselves in harm's way too early, then doing that to Marco instead by baiting out the DP. Oh, but missing out on the level 1 right there, a missed input and a missed opportunity to really make it count.
It's gonna happen again. I'm telling you, I think it's gonna happen again. It was a super dominant 2 games from Ferno, but all of a sudden I think quad bonus is gonna wind up starting to get some traction, get some momentum here, maybe hit the reverse sweep, or maybe I'm gonna jinx it. Oh, the wake up DP's done it like 3 times now, and Ferno's still walking into it. And now a game on the board for quad bonus. I'm telling you, the reverse sweeps happen. It's either 3-0 or a final game situation. And I think if quad bonus can maintain that pressure that he's been doing for this match right here, he could easily turn this around.
Round 1.
That's some really good stuff right there, putting out the EX Power Wave. Decreased recovery on that, running up behind it by using the DP. Really good stuff. Oh, but the DP going to be a little bit misplaced this time around because Ferno going to be able to get a chunk of damage as well as the Rev Blow knockdown here. Put them into the guessing game, but good guess by Terry getting hit low. Doesn't matter though, you're still trapped in the vortex.
Here we go, baby. Set point here for Ferno. Ferno's currently sitting at 4-2, so I mean, this could put him in a good spot. This could, you know, basically guarantee a spot into top 8. So he's gonna try to close this out right here, right now, and with an excellent start here. Good confirming. He's gonna spend the level 1 as well, just to kind of keep applying pressure. Find his way out of the corner. Quad bonus, just trying his best. He tries to go for JD, but getting thrown back into the corner. Overheat now for Ferno. Can he close it out?
1 gonna be able to do a really good job of getting some extra damage right there, but the crosscut on the DP to catch him on the other side. Had the 5B, but not quite ready to confirm into the level 1 that round. Very tough ask in these circumstances.
Oh.
You have another hit to help you confirm. You take it, and that is a 2 light hit confirmed for Ferno to go up 3-1 and secure the set. Marco Rodriguez once again victorious tonight at ParagOnline's Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
All right, I love to see it, love to see it. I can imagine it's different custom here. I refer in some sort of anime. We're about to find out in the chat in a moment, but let's see some Gato action, some cat on cat action. Applying pressure early, put SPG in the middle, so not gonna have access to some crazy stuff, but you have a wake up DP for Armisael.
And try to use that fireball game to really make it harder for Gato to move in and neutral. That's got to be one of the marquee points of this matchup. Just make sure that Gato is uncomfortable moving around. Don't let him get on that offensive end early. Try to do something right there by getting the single hit into the level 1 vertical range. Not going to work out right there. Armisael going to be able to take full advantage of that, then get the jump in as well. Believe this should be around if they're able to get a little bit more damage. Not quite enough, but the throw going to finish it off.
Yeah, you saw right there, he woke up, tried to do a rev right there, so at that point he recognized that, immediately chucked him to the other side of the map there, just to close out that round. But good try from Venom, just trying to find some openings, but not able to find it. Trying to start off early here again. He had a pretty good, decent life lead, but I think, you know, we saw earlier, I think you got to do at least 2 or 3 light hits just to kind of close the distance a little bit, just because of how short range that level 1 is.
Catching the rev blow, big counter hit as well, not going to do a ton of damage. Throw them after the rev blow on a block. Again, trying to find a way to go into that back turn, but that fireball preventing that. Gonna get a good chance to get some good damage right here, getting the wild punish on the 5C. Can we get a hard knockdown here? Yes, we do. Level 1. Let's make Hotaru guess for game. Why don't we?
Oh, how about this? Able to confirm it this time. Snap the neck. Not enough. Oh, the jump come out. And he's gonna get caught moving or pressing or something right there. Man, so close, Venom. I thought he was gonna be able to take it to the a final round there, but honestly, I'm surprised he didn't do a level 2 when he gets, you know, when he's got such a big life deficit like that. I would have tried to equalize and try to put him into a guess game situation without the need for a meter.
You know, the tough thing about level 2 in that situation as well is because they knew if they had to win that round, it was going to be another round, and they didn't necessarily want to go into the round without having meter up against Hotaru, who had a little bit more resources in that department. A good, speaking of resources, good use of the just defend guard cancel going to the extra man grab. But there's also not a lot of added damage to the level 2. Like, not significant enough for some people to justify using it if they don't think it's will. So it's kind of a darned if you do, darned if you don't situation.
Makes sense. And of course, hindsight always 20/20. But I mean, hey, speaking of hindsight, I knew he was gonna kill with this combo.
I was sure of it. No jinx required.
Round 2. Get ready.
All right. Again, it feels like Venom's been starting off dominant, you know, at the start of these rounds, but every single time it seems like Armisael just kind of using, you know, the Hotaru to his advantage. Very evasive, elusive nature, using a lot of the fireballs just kind of zone and keep him out. And I think a level 2 might be warranted here just to close out the game. Close out game number 2.
Oh, I loved that confirm right there as well, going from that counter on the hit into the aerial button, gonna keep that juggle state going so they can continue the combo on the ground. That's a pretty nice routing. I don't believe I've ever seen that one before, but I do want to see some more of that, and we're definitely gonna try to see a little bit more Gato action if we're VenomAshura, because right now you only got one more game to do it if Armisael keeps going at this pace.
Oh boy, I'm not going to slow down anytime soon. Caught him. I think SPG is going to go in and is going to immediately come out here unless he can try to find his way out of the corner. And you see every single time, because he's been throwing so often, he's been kind of forced to never try to use those rev situations on wake up. And now with a single guess, these JD's got to try to put in some work, and it's not going to be enough. 2 perfects back to back for Armisael as he moves on to set point.
Round 2. Get ready.
Alrighty, let's see if we can derail the momentum right here. But right now, it's just been all Hotaru all the time, all gas, no breaks, and no stopping. Looking like a case for this round right here as we put Gato in the SPG. Let's see if we can do something with it and challenge some of these gaps that are being left in the pressure strings. But Venom just may not be aware of when they can try to take their turn back, because when they try to do so, it's usually because of a frame trap that Armisael's been setting up. But here we go, the wild punish starter.
Oh my goodness. He's going to use some meter. He's just shy of another one, so he's going to try to find another opening here, unless he's not going to have any opportunity to. Armisael, one more guess, and he guesses right, jumping in. I don't know if he tried to go for a DP, just didn't have the time to do it right there, but it's a clean 3-0 for Armisael. Hotaru, another win on the board for us, and the ferret.
Yeah, the stylish ferret too. I love the little spooky, ascots that they both have on this. That's cute, man. That's cute. I want to see, you know what I want to see?
Round 1.
All right, so more Terry and more Kevin action. 2 characters that we have seen a fair bit so far in this tournament, so that's pretty nice to see. Like I've been saying before, Kevin, a character that despite perceived strength, doesn't necessarily get a lot of looks because of the inconvenient matchup spreads that he gets in the meta. But once you can get your game plan going, this is what he can do to you. Mixup definitely lifts you to their name, just going right onto the other side and getting a lot of damage on the other end. What? Big damage here with the heavy kick wild punish.
Oh my goodness. Now SPG, bang, just trying to find an opening here. Mixup should be able to close this out pretty cleanly, unless all of a sudden Carry just throws out a random DP to close it out, and now guard cancel is going to interrupt right there. Taking that first round, not too shabby, but you know, it's one of those things. I think when you're playing against Terry, you gotta control the tempo, gotta control the offense, and maybe you want to make that hurt.
But heaven or high water, we dip into hell for that hell rotor to close things out there on the JDGC. And then we go on in there, get the throw. Not going to get too much offense after it, but still just nickel and dime right here. Slowly inch Terry into the corner, but Terry fighting back with the rev blow, trying to go for the empty jump low. Retreat a little bit, but the rev blow going to catch him.
I was going to say, shoulder his way out of the corner every single time, and he went a little too far right there as Mixup going to be able to get that easy punish. He should be able to close out this round here and the game. Game 1 going over to my man Mixup.
Yep, the bingo kick going to be able to get the full bunch of damage on that DP punish right there. No Mixup, just very straightforward damage right here from Kevin.
right, game 2. Let's see how Carry wants to make the adaptation here. We saw some glimmers of hope a little bit with a lot of those DPs, but it's one of those things like he's got to find a little bit more patience when it comes to pulling the trigger on that, because, I mean, right now Mixup's kind of baiting him in, spitting him out. Okay, maybe not.
How about that DP on the other end, catching them on the roll? Pretty good stuff right there. Fishing for that heavy kick, but right there, Mixup just saying, you know what? I'm just going to use my special to go right on over it, get the counter hit on the other side. Not going to fall for your tricks, old man. Just going to be able to go right on over and get myself a round 1 win. And much like that second round in the first game, he's going to take a couple of these throws, but Carry this time gets to be able to find the jumping heavy kick, go for the safe jump, catch him on the dome piece. If we get a level 1 here, that could be it, and it is.
Nice. That was a good round for. That was a very quick round for Carry right there. But I think what really helped him out there, that neutral jump at the beginning of it, jump into nothing, pretty much gave him that false sense of security. Like, oh, maybe I could try to DP right here, maybe try to find an opening with a throw or red blood. But again, final round here, still looking good for Mixup, but Carry starting to find some traction.
That's an excellent point, being able to give them different looks. That enabled that jump in to hit at the end, because they were looking for that empty jump into nothing, or empty jump into the mid or the low, but caught him on the dome piece, trying to fuzzy that, or I don't know. But right now, Kevin with the rev blow to keep pushing Terry into the corner, the anti-air, and then the burn knuckle to get out of harm's way. But we can switch sides as well by rolling through and flashing yellow of our own volition. Mixup trying to still steal the game away from Terry as quick as they try to seize momentum, but the reversal on the Hell Rotor.
Oh my gosh, a chance. Carry trying to get on the board. He tries to run in and throw, but Mixup was totally ready for it. Already was in the air by the time he even started the animation for the throw. Again, blown up there. It was kind of a dicey match, but Mixup still holding his own, taking that second game, 2-0 lead here.
Ooh-wee, yeah, that got scary. But it's still going to be scary for Kevin to get hit by that big old foot. The heavy kick, wild punish right there, but the crouching heavy kick, wild punish on the part. Catching these rolls, I think Carry doing a really good job catching that fake tool that Mixup's been using to get some momentum. Very good stuff right here.
Oh my goodness. So that's SPG on the table. Never mind. Does no longer has that, but he's still going to get a counter out of the sky. This anti-air. Boom. Still going to spend it, but not going to find a follow-up right there. Gotta be careful. Both in a really bad spot right now. One interaction should be enough to kill, and he's going to close it out, of course, with the big bang.
Round 2.
Love that. Definitely pumped the brakes a little bit. Didn't let themselves to get too worked up over missing what could have been a round kill or a round winning confirm right there. Just he said, you know what, I'm gonna back off, wait for my chance, and got it right there. A couple of light punches in to the burn knuckle, and now we're in a really good spot. Carry's showing some really good signs of life, doing a really good job throwing out these jumping heavy kicks, these stand heavy kicks, and then being a lot more selective with using these DPs. Really liking what I'm seeing right now in the defense and neutral phases from them.
He's throwing these big kicks out of nowhere, and Carry's not able to kind of follow up on it. I think even he's surprised that it's hitting, because he's like, oh man, that hit, I was not ready for that. And level 1 should be enough, and now Mixup on set point once again to take a clean 3-0. Carry gotta dig deep to try to find this game, find this round. He's got 2 bars a meter, so definitely an opportunity. It seems like he starts off really hot really early on, so if he's got to, apply that pressure, he's got to not let up, not give him any type of breathing room, especially when you're dealing with Kevin. That's the last thing you want to do.
Absolutely having the resource advantage here, access to those 2 bars and being an SPG, going to be able to go into a hidden gear and expend a lot of damage, or spend a lot of their rev meter to go into added damage, because you're going to reset in to cooldown if you land that hidden gear on a touch. But unfortunately may not get the chance to do so because they're out of SPG because of a well-timed rev blow from Kevin, who now is in their own SPG. Going to the command grab, but let's see if we can use anything with these 2 bars on the defensive end. No, unfortunately.
Oh, again.
Missing on
oh, he has a chance. He's going to hit him. He jumped over with a cross-up. No way. Oh, you know what? Mixup living up to the name and hitting him with the Mixup. I thought that was surely going to hit him right there.
But right now, we've got the 2 people who have been in the Fatal Fury streets for quite a long time.
You see right now, trying to bait him in, and what a bait right there from Baja, but not able to get the guaranteed fall right there. Still has an opportunity on the table here, but again, we're rocking the Andy. kind of just wait for that one little opening, and you just turn everything around. But you see ViolentKain not gonna allow that. Not gonna leave him too many openings, not too many options for him to kind of close the distance.
Looking for the throw bait right there with the empty jump. A lot of these DP breaks have just been DP break into nothing. So trying to see if Baja Zero bites on a DP or something rather than trying to push the offense after the -2. Oh, the burn knuckle not going to end up being punishable right there. Baja Zero still going to be able to DP in response. But this neutral is definitely in the favor of VK right here. But neutral skip with the EX teleport and then the command grab. Here comes Baja Zero.
It was just enough damage to take away the SPG on the side of ViolentKain. And again, when you deal with Andy, you deal with death, because one little interaction could be the difference between a visit to the chiropractor or a visit to the corner. So we'll have to see how he makes the adaptation, how he deals with the approach from Andy, because he's a big fan. I mean, we saw him a couple matches ago. We saw him actually be willing to use that command. So how is he going to deal with it when it comes to Terry? He's got throws of his own. How about another one? DJ Khaled out here, give me another one.
Oh, but this time, DP deny it right there. No SS sticks around here, but Terry going to be able to get that level 1.
Oh,
right back into the throw looping. Good throw tech right there from Baja Zero. Get the cross up as well. Now putting Terry into the corner. Baiting out the DP, going to get the full heavy kick punish here. And that takes a lot of meter to make interest in the level 2, so just going to go into level 1.
Oh, careful. For a big one. Not going to find it. He's going to catch him on the teleport again. 1 HP in a dream. Baja Zero taking that first game. Again, it's not over till it's over, man.
Man, both times it felt like Terry just was running away with the momentum of game, but Baja Zero just gonna find the right time to be able to use that flip to get that cross up on the other side. VK quite not ready to rev guard it or defend up against it, so they took full advantage of that. But this time, VK not going to opt to be a lot more conservative in the neutral approach, because they were going for a little bit more of a nickel and diming in that first round especially. Now they're just gonna try to run up and make Andy deal with all the pressure, and if you can get Andy to crack as Terry Bogard, you can 100% make it hurt.
Oh, 1,000%. And you see, again, these throws have been doing a monster, because now, every single time, now Baja Zero's thinking back to that time I got hit by 3 throws back in the corner. Do I want to catch another throw? And now ViolentKain's put that in the back of his mind, almost like planting a little seed. So now it's something he can kind of rely on and really lean on when he gets him back to the corner. So I think this is a great start here for ViolentKain. Despite the score differential, we can have an opportunity to make a big splash, and even bigger as we start right here. Level 1 puts Baja Zero in the SPG range.
Slowly into the corner, but doesn't matter if you try to jump on out of there. We're going to punish the landing recovery with a couple of quick strikes to the chest. Going for a DP bait right there, just going to run up right into the throw. Not able to beat that DP, but it doesn't really matter right there. Not a lot of damage. You're able to eat that and take it in stride, and we are running through the gate to be able to even out the set count 1 game apiece. VK responding expeditiously in game 2.
Get ready.
Good turnaround right there. Again, he's still relying on those throws. The consecutive throws have been kind of doing wonders. Again, you saw Baja really biting into that, just trying to use a DP, just trying to get out of that situation, trying to find some type of momentum. But now, ViolentKain's got that in the back of his mind. Let's see how he deals with it this time. Attacking the throw. I'm still in disbelief. He's still doing so many consecutive throws to Baja here.
So what do you do? If it don't fix it. But this time, it might be breaking the bank a little bit in terms of that health department, because we jump on over the throw attempt. Good stuff there from Baja Zero, just adjusting to the throw pattern being set by Terry. But in kind, jumping on over the quick hop into the huge damage, capped off by the level 1, and then a DP bait at the end of it. The desperation read from VK.
Round 2.
I'm telling you, he wanted to bait it. He was like, you know what, I'm just going to DP. He's going to try to throw me again. It's not going to work. And all of a sudden, VK just pumps the brakes at the right time. And that's what's so important, to have that timing, that momentum shift with Terry. And again, he's trying to bait out another DP. Good patience right there, right after the throw. Back to the corner, throw again. What's the mix here? Barreling in. Another one. I'm telling you, it's working. He's a grappler. Didn't you know? Terry Bogard, new grappler of Fatal Fury.
Yet despite all these throws, after 2 consecutive ones, Baja Zero has still not bit on a throw bait. And it's just been very frustrating for VK, especially since they haven't just said, hey, you know what, I'm just going to stick to it. Get the meaty slide right there for Baja Zero, but no link after the fact. Just defend on the burn knuckle. Empty jump low. A little bit too far for that second light punch. That is unfortunate for them, but VK fortunately going to be able to light confirm in to the level 1 power geyser, and it's 2-1 their favor as a result.
Get ready. Fight.
Right here. Final game. And honestly, if we can close it out right now, we might be able to get one more match going. Unless Baja has something to say about it. It doesn't seem like Baja's completely out of it, but again, these throws have been doing, you know, wonders for him. And now you see VK immediately waking up with his own DP saying, you know what? I don't want to catch 2 consecutive throws back to back. So at that point, I'm just going to use the DP, use the meter. I got plenty of it. And you see right here, I think the level 1 going to be coming out here from VK. Not going to use it quite yet, but he is going to use it for Baja. He's going to be luckily not even going to punish teleport coming out for Baja. Oh my gosh, he's laughing it out.
Oh, the red blow gonna whiff, but no punish on the recovery right there. Gonna be able to get the wild punish on the 4C, but missing out on the link into the rev art. That is so unfortunate. Could have potentially been the game. Didn't have access to a super there, but definitely would have been in a better spot than right there. A hard knockdown at the very least. So VK, the recipient of a very fortunate drop, and yeah, the frustration DP coming on right there, trying to reset the game in your favor. Post haste, not gonna work out right there. The red blow is going to, though.
Baja still alive. Definitely for VK. Baja. Oh my gosh, getting thrown again, and now no SPG on the table. Gonna drop the link again, but it does not matter because he puts him in the corner, and he's gonna do a nice, quick little anti-air, check him out of the sky, and close out the set. 3-1. ViolentKain looking pretty strong on the Terry Bogard.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the premier representatives of the character in the NA scene, especially VK. Watching City of the Wolves online action. Legendary Wolf title does not even begin to describe the strength of the player. But Java, on the other hand, no slouch either with the Hotaru.
100%. So we're gonna see a lot of like kind of mind games. Like, are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do? Oh, do you know what I know? Let's see how SoSickNASHFAN rocks it. I think Jao decided if we have actual real main, so we'll have to see how he makes the approach here and how he makes the adaptation. JDs work all the same. It's universal, just like this counter hits and the reversal itself. And the level 1 extension. Put him in a great spot here, and he uses the red blow just to kind of bait him out into the wild punish. I'm telling you, so sick. It does not matter what character he's on. He knows exactly when to place the revs in those moments.
Yeah, fantastic backdash there from the ES Command Grab, and also a fantastic contribution from who else but SNK Esports with the $47.50 direct addition to the pot. Appreciate y'all. Devs showing out for some good action in their game. Love to see it, but you love to see the round 1 victory at SoSickNASHFAN even more.
Oh my goodness. Applying pressure again. Jumping around, just playing the Hotaru game. I'm telling you. Oh, each other's character. Oh my goodness. Luckily we get the instruction off there, but he's going to get this toss up here. And again, Java applying offense. Level 1 as well. He did that just for the meter. Obviously the damage helps out a ton too, but he was getting kind of dicey in terms of the meter, the overheat. I want to burn out, and the wild punish, nice anti-air, the good reaction from close kick. And his combo so sick. To the other wall.
I love the way that they were navigating when they were back up against that wall. They didn't bite on any of the spacing traps that Java was trying to create with that 2C and the crouching buttons. Just waiting their time to find the right time to get on out of there, and rewarded exponentially right there, being able to take them all the way to the west coast corner there and finishing out with the swipe of the hands right there. So the 4-hitter to get the 1 game in their win column. SoSickNASHFAN doing what they do best with the Hotaru Futaba, and that's demonstrate excellence with the character.
I see what you did there. I see the diamond. Oh my goodness. And dude, again, NASHFAN, non-stop pressure. Big life lead. He just was just short of level 1. Would have spent it if he got it in time, but he is going to get the follow-up here with the rev activation. Let's go. First round of their second game, looking very, very strong.
Yeah, it seems like NASHFAN is definitely playing this a lot faster than the first game, where Java was allowed to get a little bit more breathing room. Definitely maybe trying to just get a beat on what the Hotaru was going to do in kind versus what Nash was representing. But now that they have a little bit more of a beat on them, you're seeing them trying to get a little bit more aggressive in terms of commandeering the space. But Java doing a really good job in this fireball game, but NASHFAN slowly but surely giving some responses now and again between the kicks, the dive kick, just a matter of what Java can do to prevent NASHFAN from keeping up momentum as soon as they get it.
Oh, the air throw! Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, dude, Nash is crazy with it. And honestly, he's in a really good spot. He's currently 7-1, so one more win here will put him almost guaranteeing that #1 seed position. And now another win here on the board here for NASHFAN. That Ferret's gonna get a lot of screen time if he keeps getting these wins.
Get ready. Fight.
It's been good to see NASHFAN definitely not let themselves be susceptible to these crouching C's from Java, because that's definitely one of the big party starter buttons for Hotaru. Not even trying to swing into it, trying to get a whiff on it, just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna let you whiff out of it, back up, because as Hotaru, I can still give myself a chance after the fact, and you are already in a good spot, having a good chance to take this first game, because dominantly to get things started.
Unreal. I mean, the trade's definitely gonna pay out in his favor right there. I mean, you see him playing a Hotaru better than a Hotaru name. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, again, it's just a testament to his skill and just how well he pilots every single character in this game. Just when I say that Red, we're gonna find the connection, but Java not gonna be able to react and be able to get the bounce off the wall, but it does not matter because now you are back to this corner. How are you gonna try to wake up White? He's trying to bait out a DP. Again, NASHFAN has the defense for it. The throw, the back hand, just send him back the other direction, but now Java find an opening. Is he gonna spend any type of meter? No, he's got 2 bars just in case the wake up DP for NASHFAN, just to kind of give him some breathing room.
Tried to stop momentum with the dive kick, but good job by Java to just chase him down. Looking for that 2C right there. Couldn't quite get him on either side, but coming on to the other side, going to be able to get a nice confirm right there. As unfortunately, that is going to be what loses them the set. SoSickNASHFAN going to be able to recover in time to punish the errant DP there from Java. So the routing just not working out right there for Java. SoSickNASHFAN punishing them.
Tamago, let's get it.
Tamago definitely representing the Hotaru, so we still get to see representation of that character. But on the other end, Eldon de Ciber representing the Mai Shiranui, one of the characters that I believe a lot of people are down on. Both viewed as maybe the 2nd or 3rd worst character in the game, vying with Kim for that spot. But we'll see in the hands of Eldon, can they do something? I've seen them cook with this character before, but up against a character Hotaru who plays kind of a similar game plan to what Mai wants to play by using those fireballs to sort of control that space and having that dive kick to sort of play around the other character trying to hold down slower pace. It's just kind of an uphill sled, but right now they already got SPG away from Tamago and able to use the rev blow of their own.
100%. It's one of those things, like, I mean, relative to like how Street Fighter Mai is, I mean, this one you don't need to use a super to start leveling up. Yeah, obviously helps out a ton, but you see right here, Don saving it for the very tail end, just when they started getting the SPG was enough to be able to take that first round here. Again, 1st to 3 action, so there's plenty of Fatal Fury to be played right now. JD's all galore, but you can't JD these lows as you take a hit confirm into the corner. Level 1, gonna spend it, but he's gonna red blow out of the corner.
Oh, big punish there on the DP with the far C. Gonna go into the Musubi no Mai, trying to get something creative there. Double rev blow as well. Go to a triple. Nah, just gonna keep it straight, keep it simple with just a double. But then the backdash into the air rev blow. Okay, so Eldon getting very creative and gonna be able to get the double light into the DP break. So Mai up onto Tamago and Hotaru here to start things off.
Bad, not bad at all. Again, it's one of those things we haven't seen any Mai today, and Eldon looking pretty strong.
Get ready.
Right at the end.
Thank you. I'm Hispanic, I really should know these things, but
no problem. But right now, it's still looking strong regardless of what language. The Mai is definitely showing you something to write home about. Hotaru can still reverse things. F2-3 situation, so maybe a Tamago, veteran in his own right across many SNK titles, can just find a way to adapt to what Eldon is doing. It's a little bit tougher now because it seems like Tamago is trying to use that fireball game to slow it down to prevent Eldon from being able to do the same, but Eldon cranking up the pace, not letting Hotaru breathe, definitely working out for them.
Still has a little bit of SPG left in the just enough to get this Red Blow out. Air Red Blow has been doing a lot of work, getting a lot of mileage throwing, but he's gonna have vulnerability, but it's not enough. He tried to do it and he got baited out with that DP. Eldon looking really strong right now. Again, just total control. And I was thinking, you know, Hotaru, you know, has the advantage in that regard, but still, Eldon trying to maintain momentum, keep the pressure going.
Yeah, you're seeing, I think what Eldon's trying to do is, I mentioned at the top of the set that trying to play the same game that you usually associate Mai with because Hotaru's just better at it. As we get the bait on the DP, Eldon opting to be a lot more aggressive and just not necessarily playing into a game that Hotaru is more equipped to do than Mai. Just being more aggressive and catching Tamago, trying to find any way to slow it down with a DP or something. Eldon just making them uncomfortable, and you're seeing the fruits of that labor. 2-0 right now for them.
Man, I was really rooting for my man Tamago, and also Eldon just shutting it all down. I mean, getting dominant 2-0 right here, but again, every journey begins with a single step. We've seen a lot of these 2-0 leads kind of get dwindled down, but with one single round. So we'll have to see. And this is a great start right here, but this is kind of reminiscent of those first two games. You know, early lead here for Tamago, and all of a sudden Don starts to use the SPG to his advantage. A lot of these air red blows finding their marks. So he's just been trying his best to try to shorten that life deficit a little bit.
Yep, that flux ratio definitely working out for Mai a lot, being able to get those air red blows. Tamago not necessarily biting on these fans right now either, but you're doing a really good job. Despite the health lead, it seems that Eldon is just being a lot more of a pest in that neutral phase, trying to bait Tamago into making a mistake this time around. But Eldon finally able to get the SPG out of Mai's corner and the health lead. So now we can go we can go fan for fireball at this point. Tamago has the health advantage and can set the pace at their leisure. Clon has to make something happen, and that's how you get hit by a frame trap, because you have to make something happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with 15 seconds left on the clock, he's gotta go in, and he got caught being greedy right there. And again, one single round is all it takes. And all of a sudden, now I feel like tides are starting to shift a little bit. The moon is starting to rise, and so is the offense for Hotaru. Tamago is trying their best to try to maintain that pressure. It's real smart that his game plan right now. He's getting the light leads, kind of letting Eldon try to close that distance, but I'm sure he's got access to those fans, but the fans are not enough to be able to slow the bleeding.
We are in overheat right now. That rev meter is bleeding, but now you're gonna put them in SPG, but you got a lot of damage done with it, but you're also putting Mai in overheat as well, who tried to use that SPG in the form of a rev blow. DP break right here. Beat him in the air throw, good stuff there, but a DP finally gonna find his mark right there, knowing that it's not gonna hurt quite as much. Now, level 1 cooldown. Tamago looking very nice right here. The guard break setup as well is going to spell the end of a potential sweep for Eldon de Ciber and the Mai. Tamago.
Told you, I spoke it into existence, man. One game is all it takes. All of a sudden now, it looks like Tamago is in control, because I feel like he's made the adaptation. That's what I'm saying. It's nice when you get those first two games, but you need 3 to win here. 3 to eliminate, because we're on loser side of the bracket. And now we're starting to see Eldon. He's like, you know what, this fan, he's trying to play defensively, is not working out. So I need to start closing the gap. I need to start pressing the offense, pressure him, and he does so with the air red blow again over the throw. But now Tamago does not matter, using level 1 just to get a little bit extra damage and some of that rev overheat meter to dissipate.
Cross up going to land, and that is going to be Tamago with yet another round. The momentum definitely in their favor. I like what you're alluding to, the adjustments from Tamago. Definitely opting for these last couple of rounds rather than just trying to play the Hotaru game where they're just trying to nickel and dime Mai and make them uncomfortable to commit, Eldon has done a really good job of playing aggressive and circumventing that. But this time Tamago, when they get the chance to put out that fireball, come up behind it and then get the early health lead, so then Mai absolutely has to overcommit to make a mistake. So Tamago definitely trying to not put the cart before the horse in that aspect, and it's really paying off.
Oh man, you see right there when he baits out the throw again in the air. Oh, things are starting to heat up a little bit for Eldon. No pun intended. He's got 2 sticks of meter, so we're definitely going to see some fire spewing out at any point in time. You see the anti-air, the throw, just to get him back closer to the corner, and the guard cancel just in time. Tamago jumping back, trying to play a safe distance again. He likes playing that range 3 or 4. Just sit back and then just let him try to hang himself in these situations. And the jump over these big lows, these call-outs from Tamago are paying off in dividends. And he gets counter-hit through it, but drops the link. Oh no!
Tried to resend it some plus frames, presumably, but Tamago not going for it and just gonna run up in the throw there. So again, Tamago with a shift in the game plan, now a shift in the tides. 2 games apiece, and 1 more to see who will be going home and who will be advancing between these two. This is loser's side after all. Don't have a winner's life to depend on. The safety net is not present for these two.
Oh no, again, these lows have been just getting a ton of mileage right now for Tamago. And despite the just defense, it does not matter because he's going to keep applying the offense and do not let go. Now back to the corner again. One of those things, Eldon's got access to SPG now, but is it enough? Oh, he tried to tech the throw. Luckily, it was outside of range because he definitely would not have been able to react to it in time. The cross up. Oh my gosh, you got to be careful. Fighting his way out of the corner, and again, back to range 3, back to range 4. He's totally cool with this. And just recharging a lot of that life, giving him some extra breathing room.
Yeah, that's a good point as well, being able to slow the game down and build back your meter as well in the rev department. Now, importantly, being able to take them out of the SPG, because in those first 2 games, you saw those jump back air rev blows getting so much mileage for Mai, and now Tamago just denying that advantage at any point. Very good adaptations here for Falcons Tamago.
Set point for Tamago to eliminate Eldon del Ciber. Gotta lock in right now, Brody. Running out of time. What you gonna do? You see he's not even risking throwing any more fans right now because he does not want to get caught up in that range. Get caught up on a lot of those lows. Jumping over the throw attempt again from Tamago. But you see him dashing in here. He's got access to rev as well, but Eldon just a little bit out of range of it. See, I think again Tamago's totally cool with just letting him approach with it, because he has that little bit of buffer room, but now, running out of time. Oh, counter hit!
Oh, okay. Sniffing out a potential empty jump into something, just gonna mash on it. So big hit with the close C. Oh, had a chance to go into. Oh no, the hidden gear. And still, that wasn't even a punish. We're just gonna run up with the 2C. A Hail Mary attempt from Eldon Ciber, presumably, but Tamago undaunting in the face of it. 3-2, the comeback sweep. You've been talking about it. We've been seeing it all night long. And another example right there, the reverse sweep on the part of Tamago, putting the character up against Ferno and the Marco Rodriguez sporting the Turtle School Geese. We will see if Master Roshi's prodigy is going to be able to show some Shokugen Karate. Get a little bit of a clash of styles here, but regardless, it's going to see what they do up against Hotaru.
Oh, crossed up, and he just opts for the throw just to put him into the corner, put him in advantageous position. And you see Armisael is arming the missiles as he goes to try to jump in right there, but luckily the anti of the DP coming out from Ferno, just gonna spend it all. Hey, high risk, high reward. I can do it too. Right back at you. One guess, and he guessed wrong. Armisael taking that first round here. Pretty strong with the Hotaru.
Fantastic DP to deny any momentum being claimed by Ferno near the end of that round. Armisael finding the right time to reversal on out of there and the right time to block. But unfortunately couldn't quite get the link that they needed, so a punish on the other end. And another well-placed DP, just gonna retreat to the other side of the screen. Jump on over the fireball. RC not gonna find his mark. Trying to jump on over. No punish on the landing recovery, but an anti-air DP for Ferno here. Looking much better in this round. But again, the DPs here from Armisael have been amazing.
Not like this. Got crossed up once again. He's gonna keep doing this with the jump in. Nice throw tech. better than nothing right now. He baits it out. Another neutral jump into nothing. That's the fear. You try to show your hand too early on like that. Oh, there's no help. 1 HP. Oh my gosh, unreal.
The house in a dream from literally the grave, man. I thought that was going to be it, but just a sliver of life was all that Marco needed there. Getting the house Shokoken level 1 to go through the fireball for retreating. Hotaru trying to play it safe, but you're not safe when I have SPG and I can do Son Red Skin, and especially not so when I can bait out the DP. Oh no.
Baited! And right now, Ferno just applying the pressure from the brink of defeat, just turning it all the way around. He's got level 2. He needs it. Just gonna keep it simple with the level 1. And Ferno bringing it back from the brink of defeat. I'm telling you, he was 1 HP. I thought I was about to say KO on the screen. All of a sudden, I saw Marco just jump up. And I was like, there's no way he's gonna make the comeback here. And he's not slowing down anytime soon. SPG, kiss it goodbye. Ferno maintaining offense to the wall. Big combo, big damage, huge life lead right now. Armisael in a dreadful position.
This is exactly what I've been saying. You need to get him out of SPG expeditiously because right now he can just jail you with the Zanretsuken, and there was a combo after that like we saw in the first game. So Armisael just got to be able to be a little bit better in the early stages of this match like they were in that first round. Because right now when Ferno gets the advantage, it seems like they are just extremely uncomfortable in terms of trying to steal it back. But here we go. Good way to get it started right here. Take him out of SPG, take him to the corner, and get your offense going here. Safe jump, try to get a DP bait, but Ferno slowly but surely inching his way on out, and now Hotaru is the one closer to the East Coast corner.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed out, because that's something that Armisael's been doing a lot. He's been doing a lot of those jump-ins, and now he's starting to do some safe options, so now he's just really trying to bait out that DP as Armisael ties it up here the second game. Ferno still has the momentum here. Could take a 2-0 lead. Access to SPG, just like that. Hotaru! Oh, shoot, he baited him! Oh, he dropped it again!
Okay, so we're just gonna reset back to neutral here. No SPG on the part of Hotaru, but potentially none on the part of Marco here. Smartly go for the level 1, deny him access to knockdown ender the air rev blow. So he has to do a little bit different routing if he wants to keep up the momentum the same way as before. Try to reset with the 100 swipes. Not gonna be able to get the throw. Bugging the house Shokoken, overheat though. So not a lethal combo, but still a really tough spot to be in as Marco.
Oh no, and the quick little low check is enough to tie up the set. 1 game apiece. Armisael, despite it looking really bleak at the start of that round, found a way to turn it around, started playing a little bit more neutral. Again, it's so important to get this early win here in this set because, you know, one interaction you see right here pretty much determines who keeps their SPG at the start and who dies. Because right now, Ferno gonna be just shy of a level 1. Oh, he does have a level 1 and gonna use it. It's gonna kill. Are you kidding me? What? I was giving him hope and he was stripped away from me, Zoma. What?
I mean, that's Marco. That's Kyokugen Karate. It is invincible, but we are invincible with the unlimited armor on the red blow to bust on through the neutral and bust on through what Marco was representing. Put him into the corner, the East Coast corner. Gonna get some plus frames right there. Not gonna challenge after the fact. Presumably trying to look for a DP, but still keeping him there. The pogo not gonna work out though. Now you are in a tough spot here because we can still get the 50-50s going. Level 1, hard knockdown. This is where it is. This is where it could end.
Okay, pulling a Senator Palpatine, unlimited power, just trying to apply pressure, put him in overheat situations. So now he's just trying to dash away, just trying to give him some breathing room, just to give him some time to get that cooldown active. But you see the reflect just going right back at you. And 40%, he has time, but he's got to go in like right now. He's running out of time. He doesn't have a bar to confirm, but he does have one now, but it's not enough to kill. 1 HP in a dream. He's going to use it for the chip damage. So smart. Ferno knew that was going to be enough to kill, and because of that smart decision making in the moment, it took him that third game. 2-1 lead here for Ferno.
The quasi check bait with the normal fireball into the house Shokoken, so it was going to be tough for Armisael to circumvent that. But we circumvent this on red skin right there, going into the red blow, so a little bit of a deja vu situation right there.
Where are you going?
Great chase down, but unfortunately the routing not going to work out. Got a micro dash there nowadays. They made the routing on that a little bit tougher, but it's still good sailing right
Not
here.
again.
Just a little bit of life
Close it out,
left.
close
Oh
it out
no,
here.
don't say not again. Don't say not again. Don't say not again. Don't say not again.
No way. There's no way he makes the comeback here. There's no way.
Okay.
DP. So ballsy. Unreal.
Oh, man. Yeah, but that was
see it again, Zoma.
Yeah, that was definitely working out a lot more in the earlier games in the set with that DP. Ferno catching onto the habit a lot more, baiting it out in those situations. But Ferno gonna put them in a bind right here. Can we get another bait on the DP here? This time going to the safe jump into the overhead. Still gonna be able to get that link there. Now going to the low. Ferno.
Perfect game, Marco.
Perfect game. Mix on mix on mix. He hit the overhead last time. He was expecting another one. He's been doing double almost everything, but not this time. Close now with the low. And now set point for Ferno to eliminate Armisael. Running out of time here, but he's not out of this yet. He's already got a round here in this fourth game. Trying to take us to a fifth, and he could definitely do so with this early lead here. No more SPG on the table for Marco moves. No more Polo, and he baited the super. Big punish right here, level
right
1.
There, trying to reset pressure into the plus frames right there. Knew that Ferno was going to be a little bit antsy and took advantage. Huge bait, and then being able to end the round after the interaction after. Great stuff right there. So yet again, Leapfrog, we've got another game 5.
Round 1.
I'm telling you, I love it. I love to see it going the distance here. This is where it all matters. It's basically a 1-to-1 here. Who stays in and who gets eliminated? Armisael got the momentum, just got the last round. Ferno's been on the match point for quite a bit. Wake up DP. Don't need SPG to do this. Big damage. Trying to take him to the corner. But again, wake up DP on both sides of the coin. They got to be real careful with how they approach the final game here. Ooh, boy.
And far C not going to lead into anything. Had that hit a couple of times, counter hit. Oh, missing out on the link once again, but it's not going to really matter. No punish on the other end.
Damn! Again, got him with the low. 1 HP in a dream. He's going to toe poke to close out the round. Set point now for Armisael. Ferno, what you got left in the tank, my boy? You got SPD. How are you going to use it? Oh! Just looking for openings. Level 1 on the table just in case. They got 260 meter on both sides at this point, but so I mean, one interact, one confirmed. Ooh, perfect throw tech right there, trying to find his way out of the corner. The red one puts him in overheat though. Now in a really bad position, still be able to throw tech.
Trying to look for the punish on the landing recovery. Going to be able to get the wild punish on the Farsi as well. That awkward mid-range. Armisael leading into it right there. Being able to get the whiff punish on that Farsi. Jumping on over and getting into the hidden gear. Huge because you're in cooldown. No meter though, but you still have a ton of rev gauge to work through if you want to put some offense onto Marco. But he can do the same right here.
No way. I think it's gonna happen, Zoma. I think we're about to go to a final round. He's got to maintain pressure. The trade is so crucial right there. Now, Ferno in overheat because that one simple little trade, not able to confirm anything off of that. The fireball's gonna go through. One more mix and he got him.
Oh, the Hail Mary at the end with the overheat. Had to make something happen. Out.
201's Robert.
Legendary Wolves on both sides. The titles do not lie. These are two extremely strong competitors, which is why they are meeting in winter semifinals. And strong right there is the offense there off of the rev blow, but great call out. Eric reversed the situation right here. Now as soon or as quickly as they took it, Hotaru taking it back from Hotaru, being able to put them in there. But Robert is slowly finding his way on out of there and getting the low hitting confirmed right here. Jumping on the other end, just being very squirrely and giving Hotaru way too many places to look. But they got to look down low because we got the low confirmed to win the round.
Yeah, this is going to be super important. Again, the teleport is always an option for Hokutomaru, so you always got to be totally ready for that stuff. But you see, again, SoSick just knows when to place those. And tonight, I'm surprised he's sticking out with the Hotaru. I was thinking he was going to try to do a mirror match here with the Hoku, but either way, still finding great openings here. Bait the throw attempt, so I think he was just a little reset for SoSick. As we find our way to the corner here, Robert in a terrible position right now. Oh my gosh, but he could have got way more off of it, but he didn't believe it was going to hit either, and he's going to spend it all. He did not think he was going to go for it to put himself in an overheat, but SoSick said, what's the worst thing that can happen? I go to overheat and I get punished? No way, Jose. Final round, game 1.
go. The interesting thing about this matchup is that as much as I've been talking about Hotaru's ability to set the pace, Hokutomaru is such a good pace disruptor as well. So being able to stop him from doing that, just be able to slap him out of the skies was huge in that first round. But this time, Robert not giving them a chance, just getting that early advantage. But right as I say that, the DP going to help him out there. The pogo into the throw there up against the rev guard. And now we're putting Hokutomaru on the back foot. Despite the capabilities that they have in neutral, they have to bank on Miro's reversal. So SoSickNASHFAN definitely trying to make it so that they're on the offensive defensive end as much as possible.
No way. The read from Robert. Not enough. One more interaction could spell death on both sides of the coin. Back and forth, the just defenses to get his action life, and he tried to go for a throw punish, but he read it from a mile away, immediately jumping over that situation. And Robert, by the skin of his teeth, taking that first game. What a clutch.
Man, that is insane right there. Getting the throw bait that ended their previous round right there. Just again, once you see Hoku just jumping at you, you're just like, what is he gonna come down with? But then just being able to be like, you know what? Hey, I've been throwing out throw after that situation a couple of times. Let me see if you putting your hand in the cookie jar. Robert doing a really good job varying the looks. That's what Hoku can really do. Even from just jumping at you, you have to consider so many different things, and the overload right there costing Nash. But here we go. Nash slowly running them down, being very aggressive, trying to deny Robert get anything going in neutral, but overcommittal is spelling their demise.
Gotta be careful how they stand right here, and again, a good hit confirm right there from Robert, just trying to maintain pressure, and he's not going to stop anytime soon because you blink and you miss it. Robert kind of running away with it right now until SoSickNASHFAN can try to figure something out. Oh my goodness, again, good early start here for Robert, but now SoSickNASHFAN just trying to find their way to navigate this elusive, the evasive Hokutomaru. Wild punish here just to find some options, but Reblo not going to find any marks either. Out of the sky, how about this air one? Again, the bait of the throw.
Gonna go into the level 1, so Robert gonna be able to put Nash into the corner and in overheat. We swiftly strike out. Gonna get the land, but the 2C a little bit out of range to get the confirm into what could have been a level 2. Oh, but look at the guard gauge. It's gonna go right there and get too much off of it though, because we are in overheat. We don't have a level 1 either. But the shimmy into the far C. My goodness gracious, that is going to work out right there. The wild punish for Robert.
Get ready.
Yeah, Nash is way too predictable right now because Robert is just baiting him time and time again. You see, even these air throws, just hard reads from Robert. It's almost like he's in total control of tempo and pacing right now. So it's going to be super important for him to kind of shift up his Okizeme right now because you see time and time again this Robert controlling every interaction. As you see, again, another counter off that Reblo. He's got level 1 and he's going to use it just to apply pressure and put him into a guess for game situation. He's going to interrupt here, but he's got a big hill to climb if he wants to try to turn this around.
Justifan guard cancel into the command grab, a really good way, and then just run up into the C kick, doing it again, trying to get as much plus frames as we can. We want to be able to pin down Hoku at this stage of the game, but we retreat to the stage. And catching him on the other side on the recovery of the teleport with a crouch C.
Okay. NASHFAN seeing the vision. He saw the future. He predicted. He read the teleport right there. He was ready for the punish immediately. In every journey, I tell you, Zoma, every journey begins with a single step. If he wants to reverse sweep, he needs to start right now because he is out of time. The low defense, just defense, but it's not enough here. He's got to find a way to get Hokutomaru out of this SPG range because right now he is applying pressure and not letting up. Just jumping the jump back again, but luckily he's able to get that guard cancel just to reach through. What you reaching for, Robert? Put it down. Oh.
Great defense with the use of these just defends right here. And reset into the throw as well. Go for another one, but this time to put them into a better screen position. Trying to go for the air-to-air with the JB. Not going to quite work out. Empty jump low.
No, another low to hold it out. Who would have thought? Oh, last hit. Okay. Robert, don't screw it up. Robert, no, not like this. Level 2. What are you, the chiropractor? All in the back, all in the chest.
No, you're alive.
What happened? I jinxed it.
The scaling didn't work out there. The scaling let Hoku live longer than Nash really wanted right there, man, because that should have been lethal. The scaling on that just was so tough for them. So Robert being able to jump on over and get a star in their name right here. But right now, they're going to be seeing stars with Hokutomaru getting hit with a couple of hands to the face from Hotaru, but now being put out of the corner with a throw. Gonna go into the low, hard or south knockdown right here. Gonna get out of the way, crouch, see wild punish. This is what Hoku needs.
This level 1. He needs to do more of this. Just raw sprinting in his face just to kind of keep him in the corner. Bait out maybe a tech roll at some point, but again, another guard cancel just to kind of close out that round. Is this good enough for sure? No, 1 HP again, don't get baited, and it's okay. SoSickNASHFAN staying alive here, finally getting a game on the board. And the ferret comes out to play, baby.
If Robert won with a pixel of health once again, that would have been so tragic for Nash. But this time being able to secure the win here to get the first win of the set. Now can we get another and then another, because Robert has been in a really good way so far, and that's going to be even better right here. Going to catch him on the other end with the JB, as we are just hovering on up there. It's so hard for Nash to just track them down, but that can be said for anybody going up against Hoku.
Oh man, luckily he got that throw again. There, throw. He's gonna go back and forth, and he baits it out, but he's not gonna be able to get anything off of it. Luckily, nothing too risky. Speaking of risk, using level 1 just a little short, and he's able to bait it out this time and able to get that punished. Now, NASHFAN trying to push him back to the corner. He's really close to burnout, or to overheat, I'm sorry. You gotta get a little bit more damage, and now overheat situation. And he's gonna be able to spend the level 1 as well. Overheat on both sides.
Oh my god, he's alive!
Boom!
Yep, had no DP to speak of and no level 1 either, so we can just go on in there and get that close to hit. That is SoSickNASHFAN pressing the advantage at the exact right time against a desperate Hoku in overheat. Good stuff right there from NASHFAN to be able to close out that first round. Trying to get a good start on the second round as well. Polluting the screen with the fireball and then just slowly, or then just running behind it. So we're locking down Hoku as much as possible, who had to use the level 1 to get any sort of breathing room, but the just defense.
I tell you, I've only seen like 2 people do it, and one other person I've seen is Nash, and he knows how to do it every single time. He's lapped this before, and just like that, because of a sick read, we've got a sick 2-2 score line right now. NASHFAN bringing it all the way back on the brink of defeat again. He finds a way to dig deep and find the retaliations. Find the bread blows, find the marks that he needs to tie it up. Take us to a final game here, where semis. Let's go.
Having access to that SPG in that stage of the game where Robert was at the late stage and didn't have access to air red blow and retaliation is so good, because if you're both in the air, you have access to that to be able to win that air-to-air situation more consistently. But on the ground, we use it in the right time to get the counter hit and a huge amount of damage after the fact. Trying to get the air stall to give him a little bit of a different look, but it's -5. But Hotaru thankfully can punish it by going into an EX skill. Good punish there for NASHFAN.
Oh man, now despite the life deficit, seems like Nash starting to get in his footing. And there it is, another guard cancel. I've seen this before. Gonna spend the level 1, take him to the wall, put him in a really good position right now. Life's about even. He tries to jump out, and he does get him, but he just doesn't do it the second time though. Air throw, finally gets 1. Gotta be careful. Robert got 2 sticks of butter, 1 confirmed. Might be enough. He's looking for it. He's searching for it so bad with the low, and he doesn't get it because he fades out to DP anyways. And now Robert again on set point. NASHFAN, what do you have? You gotta complete the reverse sweep. You cannot lose this round, or it is over. Oh my gosh.
Send out the EX Fireball, get the hard knockdown, not able to respond in kind with the rev blow on the startup. Had a little bit of time to do it because of the hit stop, but it didn't matter too much. Not a lot of combo after, so it wasn't a counter hit. Oh, but what a pickup right there from Robert on the air-to-air to go into the level 1.
Throw him. Gonna put him in the mix. He got him with the overhead. Didn't believe though. Gonna spend. He's getting dangerously close to that that overheat situation. But it does not matter because he can hit confirm into the level 1 and close out the set, shutting down the reverse sweep. Sorry, NASHFAN. Not on my watch. Robert taking it in a 3-2 gigabanger. I told you, Zoma, every single game this top 8 is going to 3 action out here. Clone on the Terry Bogard and Supergrenas, of course, on the Preecha.
And the set between these two in the ladder format was really, really close. I mean, Supergrenas able to be the better or the victor in that set, of course, but Clone definitely giving them a run for their money. I believe it did go down the stretch, down the wire. But right now, we're taking you down into this East Coast corner right here. Meaty projectile to get some corner offense going, and then the EX one to keep you there. Supergrenas slowly trying to find a way out of there, but double red flow. We glow green, we dress green, and we spend it.
Oh, how about 3 times?
This time around.
I'm telling you, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Hit him up. Take him back to this west corner now. He said, hey, I actually prefer the west side, son. Puts himself, puts a Clone into overheat situation, and now with one more interaction, one more guess. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to survive with a little bit of HP, but does not need it. Supergrenas taking that first round here. Let's see how the second round turns out, because honestly, I thought Clone was in control there until Grenas kind of started pumping the offense.
Yeah, and that was one of the big things in our first set between these two. Who was able to respond to whose rev blow better? It was a lot of situational awareness on the part of Clone when they put out that fireball, knowing that Preecha was going to try to use that advancing unlimited armor in the form of that rev blow, and then countered it beautifully. But we're going to see if they can do it a little bit quicker this time around, because right now, Grenas has been using that to their advantage to get the first bit of momentum, which they're going to be able to claim right here. Air rev blow, hard down, good anti-air, and confirming the wild punish into the level 1 to end it.
Okay. Oh no, I was just about to warn him. I was like, hey, you gotta be careful. He's got 2 sticks or better. He's gonna spend the level 2 the moment he gets one interaction to try to close down. Not gonna even want to watch the movie. Wants to keep it nice, short, sweet, and contempt. First game going over to my man, Supergrenas. He ain't a Preecha, but he's playing Preecha.
Get ready.
Walking back, the good word is that Farsi wild punish. You gotta love that if you're playing Preecha. It is a little stubby, but man, does it lead to some crazy damage if you get that touch.
It hurts, man. Dude, every time I'm seeing him use it, it just takes up. I think like, okay, this is not gonna kill, and then you blink it again, and it's like 60 or 70% of your life bar is gone with a Ferno snap. And now with these just defense, maybe you can't defend all of them. It's Clone just trying his best to try to apply pressure. I mean, you've seen so many times throughout this entire tournament that he's been putting himself into burnout situations because of the constant usage of these EX fireballs.
Slowly walking them into the corner, able to jump over the crack shoot, crazy enough. Meaty projectile right there, got the just defend, but not gonna do any guard canceling with it. Oh, gonna run behind the rev fireball, but the rev blow gonna find its mark, go into the level 1, switch positions as well. Just defend guard cancel into the power geyser.
Oh my gosh. Clone can definitely do it. He can definitely fight back, but they're both in overheat, and he's actually not gonna even confirm the combo, just gonna throw him instead. I think it was one of those things he wasn't really sure if that combo was gonna link or not, so at that point he's just like, I'll just grab it. Low to try to check him out, but again, the defense right now at Supergrenas is super impactful. It's gonna be important to try to defend all of these approaches from Terry, because I mean, you get one little wrong guess and you can kiss that SPG goodbye. Like that.
And now he's able to keep up the momentum right here. Oh, getting the throw bait as well. Represented that a lot in that first game, and a little bit more in that round 1. Going to be able to go into the hidden gear after the DP break. I believe this is going to be enough right here, but we will see if the calculations are correct, if they are immaculate. Clean indeed. KO for Preecha.
All right. Once again, we've seen this time and time before. 2-0 lead from somebody, and all of a sudden you think it's over, and all of a sudden they just pump the offense, and then they turn on a switch. They flick something in their brain that tells them, oh yeah, it's do or die time, so now I gotta hit the reverse sweep. Let's see if Clone can do that here. Every journey begins with a single step, and this step is gonna be a powerful one, unless you get crossed up.
Putting them in the corner. Big beefy combo to put them out of SPG. Gonna reset into the throw, keep the corner pressure going. Safe jump, we're gonna go into the throw as well. Oh, but the jump on the throw attempt right there. This time the high jump gonna work on out there for Terry, but another throw, but of the reversal kind. Supergrenas stealing momentum as quickly as they get it.
He just got jumped over. He got punted. He got a super big punish off the last throw attempt. And what did he say? He said, you know what? Let me throw again. He won't expect it on 4th time. But Supergrenas on set point now to send Clone to losers and book his ticket into winners finals. One more round to do it. Clone, you gotta lock in right now. Bogart some action going. Back you. Ooh, levels it up and he's able to get the punish. Let's go.
This time gonna be able to chase behind it. Trying to get the high evade to anti-air, but nothing doing right there. Good, just defend, no action, so we don't get hit out of there.
Okay, Clone. Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say he's starting to build some momentum here. He had a little bit of SPG going, but you kissed that goodbye because level 1 is gonna hurt. They immediately, I love the usage of that level 1 every single time because it pretty much opens up a free mix-up for a cross-up situation for Grenas. But he's putting on that mind games, and now he's got to apply a little bit more. He's going to spend the last level 1 here. Another mix-up with switch here. He's actually going to stay on this side, but it does not matter when I use my level 1. It works on both ends of the coin.
Power Geyser reversal is going to be what wins that round. But now Clone is trying to push them into the corner. Meeting up the line with the red blow, but gonna work out there. Both of them, that was not reactionary. That was 2 hit second. Supergrenas gonna be able to win right there and get the jump in, gonna hit right there. Gonna get the sequence hit after the word. Couldn't get the high evade that they wanted, but they get 3 lights into the DP break. Gonna be able to build up some butter to cook with, but didn't even need it. Supergrenas showing you what's good with the green, and that is 3-0 them. They will be meeting Robert with the Preecha in winners final, sending Clone down into loser side.
Good try, but again, this time I think Grenas recognized the pattern. He's like, you know what, I'm not going to give a chance of him getting reversed.
Mirror action right here. Tamago versus SoSickNASHFAN. 2 of Hotaru's finest reps in this bracket in a showdown right here, but it's losers quarters, so one of them is going to be going home. So a bit of a team kill for the Futaba friends.
Hey, it's okay. It happens, and you know, especially when you get to towards the end of the bracket here. We're already in top, 5 territory, so of course you're gonna have to wind up, battling your training partners, battling your fellow Hotaru mains. But let's see how SoSickNASHFAN deals with this, because honestly, I think Tamago has got the edge in here. We'll have to see. It's gonna be back and forth for sure.
Up in the air with SAA, and then going right back in with the dive kick right as soon as we thought we were going to retreat. Hard knockdown with the red blow, but good response right there from Nash, but an even better light confirmed. A lethal one at that. Tamago getting the first round.
Round 2. Get ready.
Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I told you, I'm feeling Tamago has got the advantage here. I mean, then again, I've seen NASHFAN come back from worse situations. We saw him in that winners finals or winner semis, down 0-2 and bring back that deficit. So, I mean, it's super early on here, so who knows at this point what can happen. We see what can happen. You don't check your ankles or check that DP, you're going to get caught every single time. Level 1 not going to find its mark here, and Tamago going to follow suit, retaliating with his own. And now we're in orange, which means danger zone. One combo could be death here for SoSickNASHFAN.
Oh, and this might be it right there on the anti-air. Going to be able to link into the level 1. Is the scaling going to work out? Not quite enough, but we still get one final DP and then a quick strike with the light punch right there. Tamago getting that first game.
Round 1.
All right. Tamago. First game, pure dominance here. This is my character. I know how to work it. I know how to pilot.
I also know that sometimes the netcode don't be netcoding. Well, here we go. Okay, so a little bit of a break in the action right here, and it seems like our opponents are opting to just play through it. Tamago gonna get the red blow up against the fireball, and this was something that I did notice in their set up against the Mai, just being very aware of the dive kick spacing, and almost got the punish right there, but it didn't work out right there, unfortunately. But Tamago's still going to be able to right the wrongs, putting themselves in overheat in the process, however.
Trying to fight his way back in. Oh, the punish again, but now SnashFan on 1 HP and the low poke to close it out once again. Tamago full control of the offense. And again, even in these little scramble situations, it feels like Tamago is always coming out on top.
Yeah, just a little bit more comfort right now in these situations right there. And finally getting that 2C to hit. Is not gonna get the whip on that level 1. So NashFan, as soon as they were gonna get a lot of damage put done to their health bar, Tamago's gonna have that happen to them because of the unfortunate whiff on that super.
Oh no, throws on throws on throws. Try to kind of cross up the defense of Tamago, too strong. Oh, how many fireballs can he do? He's ready for the EX version this time.
I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
Hey, this is my game. This is SMK Vision, baby. Oh, the rev just to kind of keep him out of the corner. Oh, the wild punish again. Puts him in overheat though, one more interaction. Gotta be careful. Can't take any more chip damage. It's gonna be kind of crazy, and he's gonna catch him again with a counter it. NashFan taking us to a final round, game 2.
Get ready.
Final round.
SPG.
Fight.
Oh,
Cross up immediately.
Not dropping that level 1. Not going to be able to put them out of SPG quite yet, but the chase down with the party going to do it. And again, the retreat dive kick into that air rev blow to put them in hard knockdown in the core. Very tricky there by Tamago. The movement that they're employing to keep SoSickNASHFAN at a disadvantage and keep them guessing in these ambiguous phases. Very, very strong.
It's super important to keep making him guess in these situations. As long as he's holding back, he's not pressing the offense. And you can see with this level 1 right here, it's going to put him in another guess situation. Now he gets a free Okizeme. He's going to put him in another Okizeme situation. But luckily he wakes up with buttons, and he's going to be able to wake up and see another round on the board, which means game number 2 going over to my man Tamago. It looked very bleak right there, but all of a sudden, you know, one wake-up interaction just takes one good guess, and you'll turn that around, turn that loss into a win.
Very nice 3-hit light confirm in that high pressure situation as well. Very good stuff right there. So back out into the lobby, maybe switch character. No, we're gonna get the Hotaru mirror. So NashFan is going to be locked into this character for the remainder of the set if they are going to win these next 2 games. So we are most likely going to be seeing these 2 on the same character for the remainder of this set, but Tamago making sure the remainder is just 1 game right now. Quick jump over, quick call out on the round start fireball from NashFan, and we've got the advantage so quick. It just seems like Tamago has a beat on everything NashFan's trying to do in neutral.
Yeah, I was gonna say every single time, even if it's just neutral jumps, he's just jump checking them every single time with those jump kicks. But either way, you know, the way that Tamago's been playing tonight has just been so consequential. I mean, every single time it just feels like he knows what the opponent's planning on doing. Despite being on the loser side, he's been kind of killing it tonight. And now NashFan just trying their best to try to find some sort of footing in this losers quarterfinals. And you can see right now, level 1 just means it's one more interaction from death, and he interrupts him again. Nice wild punish.
That was so clean right there, baiting out the Justifan guard cancel command grab, slowly walking back and then getting that 2C wild punish. I loved that from Tamago right there. Like I said, just really has a beat on what NashFan's trying to do, and if that doesn't show you, if that's not emblematic, I don't know what is.
Oh no, and now NashFan on potential elimination point here. He's got to lock in right now, and this is a great start. But every journey, remember, Zoma, what did I say? Every journey begins with a single step, my friend.
Can we be big steppers in this moment, however? Can Mr. Morale show up and pilot them to a song of victory? Or will Tamago be able to close the doors on them? But right here, the close quarter light into the hidden gear super. So on top of just being able to keep SPG and put your rev meter down, NashFan now not going to have any more SPG for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, he's got to do it the old-fashioned way, the way it's meant to be. No SPG on the table. He's got 2 levels. He's probably going to save him 2 level 1s potentially, but I mean, then again, depends on how much his rev meter's up. He's already at 70%. Maybe he wants to use a confirm like that just to kind of reset that meter. But again, back to the neutral. I know Zoma loves this. Oh shoot!
It was only a couple of iterations that time around, so I'm not too mad at that. But I know NASHFAN can't be too mad at finally being able to put Tamago into the and getting a wild punish right there. The retreating jump normal going to be able to confirm into the level 2. Is this going to be enough? It is not. One more guess, but we put them in overheat. And yep, the desperation DPs, NASHFAN being able to snuff out the DP right there. First win of the set for them.
Yeah, it was one of those things like, it was, again, if you're looking at the resource management, so you're thinking, okay, he's not going to do anything crazy because he's just about to get burnt out, but NASHFAN recognized that, and he said, you know what, he's going to expect that he's going to play a little defensive, try to throw out a DP so he doesn't get put into overheat, and either way, he's going to take a round on the board, but man, Tamago said, you know what, goldfish memory does not matter, I'm going to run back into this game and total domination to start.
All right, here we go. SPG still on the table for Tamago, but just going to use a good old-fashioned DP to challenge the gap in that block string. Good call out there. A little bit early on the reflect, so hit, but not going to do too much with it. And really feels good to get that light confirm into the level 1. Tamago again at set point.
Round 2.
All right, NASHFAN, what you got left in the tank, brother? Because you are out of time. Loser this match is a loser bracket, so loser is out of the tournament at 5th place. NASHFAN wants to keep going. He wants more. He was just in winner side of things. Air Red Road, not going to find any connection, but he is going to find connection on this throw. Wake up DP. Who cares, right? What's the worst that could happen? I get launched? Not on my watch.
Play that fireball war.
Oh, the reflect.
Get the reflect to hit.
Right back at you.
Right back at you. We're going to play a little bit of table tennis, denying the dive kick after the guard cancel. Really good stuff. Who's going to crack here in this fireball war first?
Oh,
go for it. This is neutral.
Hotaru neutral at its finest. Hotaru 101 right here. Right back at you.
Oh, what a challenge, trying to run up behind that EX fireball. Couple of quick strikes with the crouching light punch.
Oh, he almost got with the cross up, and luckily he's able to go. Gotta be careful. Wake up DP again. Oh, and he does it. Taking it with the 3-1. Was looking to try to get the reverse sweep happening, but not according to Tamago. Shutting it down here. 3-1. Moving on in our loser Armisael. So we're going to see some more Bogart action and some more Hotaru. If you like Hotaru, you better swipe left because we got plenty more to go.
Yeah, but this time we're going to see if Clone can put an end to the Hotaru Crusade. Right now, they're doing a really good job of it, keeping it classic with the colors this time around. No black jacket, just going to go straight into the tried and true red and blue. Terry Bogard up against the styling and profiling Hotaru. Right now, the flashing yellow on the health bar of the Terry, and have the SPG put him in the corner as well. Trying to keep the offense going, but good challenge there by Armisael.
Oh. Gotta be careful. Tetsu! Oh my goodness, looking for an overhead, but luckily not able to get reacted by Armisael. And now Armisael's gonna react himself though. But just when I say that, caught up out of nowhere, and Clone taking this first round here. I like what I'm seeing to start off, but I think these guys played before, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to take a back look at the track record, but right now you got your back to the corner with the violent chase down. Malicious intentions from the Hotaru this time around did not take too kindly to what Clone did to them in that first round, and look at this. But right now, Clone finding the right time to fight back. Level 1 at the end of the combo to put them out of SPG. Couple of feints on the power dunk, or the power wave rather. This time I'm going to use the rev version. Go over the crack shoot. Go over the fireball with the crack shoot. Yeah, a lot of jostling being done right here. The backdash and to the 5C. Couple of DP breaks into the level 1. The power being up. But the chip on the crack shoot.
All right. Clone taking game number 1. Crack shoot again. Just paying the bills right now. Gotta keep it going, especially after this first game. It's important not to let up off the offense. It's important to just keep it going. And we are going to definitely keep it going with that wild punish. Nice little anti-air right there for Clone. Terry is a master of it.
Oh, the high evade, despite them landing, caught the landing recovery as well. So we were able to get the punish and cancel into a special. Now go into the Rekka series, but nice DP there from Armisael. Try to get a little bit of the backdash action once again, but it didn't quite work out the same way, a little bit out of range. DP gonna fall out of the wayside of Hotaru, so we get the punish right there with a level 1 of our own. Gonna go in into the jump in, close things out. Armisael and Hotaru fighting back.
Okay, I'm like what I'm seeing here.
Get ready.
Armisael starting to show their teeth, show their fangs, so to speak. Because right now, I mean, you have to do that when you're playing Hotaru. Because if you're letting your opponent kind of dictate the offense, it's just not, not playing up in your wheelhouse. So right now, he's got to find some more rounds like that last one. Because right now, he's at a big life deficit, almost down like 80%. And the invulnerability from that super activation was just enough to beat him out there. One more interaction will spell a final round here, game 2.
Going band for band with the aggression right there. Clone being able to take 2 by just not letting Armisael have any say in what the pace of the game is going to be. And not letting up once again, chasing him down. But good job right there, using the command grab to go through the rev blow.
Careful, Anakin. Got the high ground. Gonna spend it all here. Yes, sir. Level 2. Get back.
Hidden gear right here to reset the situation for that rev gauge. And we're in a very comfortable life lead right here as well, too. So we opt to just sit back and stand still, make Terry approach behind an EX power wave. It can be something special, but right now, we got caught being aggressive, and Terry gonna really make you pay for that and make you pay for reaching. Now we're teaching. Right as soon as Hotaru was able to take the momentum of the game, Clone just fought back.
Oh, careful. They're both in a really bad position. He's gonna try to do the level up, and he jumped over it. He saw it coming. He saw the throw, and he was already preemptively jumping there and tying it up 1 game apiece. Armisael, what a read. I was getting kind of diced up a little bit. I was kind of worried that he was going to wind up selling that round there. He had a huge life lead, pressed the offense a little too much into Clone's wheelhouse, but still able to take that second game here and tie it up.
Stepping on over the rev blow, not going to punish, but getting out of the corner just as valuable. But really good use of the hyper defend and the just guard right there to get the punish. But those were both very expensive because now you're already in overheat. So now this gives Armisael a chance to use their own rev meter to fight out, try to push out of SPG, but go for the safe jump instead. Now get the guaranteed guard crush set up right there. Really good stuff. Make you pay for being a little bit too spend happy in the beginning, but it doesn't matter. Consequences are nothing for my actions. Clone are gonna be able to take the first round of game 3.
Again, it felt like Armisael had that round in the bag, and all of a sudden Clone just did one little shoulder just to kind of check him out of the corner and get that round. That was crazy. I for sure thought Armisael had that. Oh no, not again. It just seems like Armisael is never able to use SPG, always getting it removed super early on, and especially with level 2, gonna help put it back under cooldown.
Okay, I don't know if my eyes deceive me, but I swear that they did a falling rev blow, canceled it into the ground, and then got the hidden gear. I don't believe I've ever seen that route before. That is crazy, and they did it again right there.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
the first time I've ever seen that Terrier route. That is awesome stuff right there.
The Bogar mains are tried and true. They know how to kind of mix you up a little bit, because I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that either, and for it to be surprising to you, and you're expert in this stuff, it's mind-boggling that he still finds a way to surprise us, this deep into the game, especially for how long Terry's been out. We're always discovering new stuff and new routes for these competitors. But you see right now, Armisael now on the right foot here, starting off dominating, basically working on a perfect right here.
Oh,
Getting thrown out of that situation.
I like the idea of going for that air rev blow because they've been very trigger happy on that high evade to anti-air, so they're trying to punish them right there, but that time just being a lot more patient in that scenario. Catching him on the other end as well, even though he whiffed, got the punish on the landing recovery, so Clone now looking at set point.
Get ready.
One more round here. Armisael, you're on your last life. On the loser side of things, you cannot lose another game or else you're going to be eliminated here. He's not going to risk his chance right here. He's going to spend it early just to get rid of that SPG. Another mix-up situation on the jump in. Spending more. And the meter as well. He's in a great spot right now. Oh, wake up DP.
Oh, trying to catch him, reaching once again with the throw bait, but this time Armisael being very patient against that evade, and here we go. Fighting back, can we get a game 5 again, Leapfrog?
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now. Homa, this is gonna happen. It's Cotw.
That round is so cool, man. I love seeing that, but you got seeing that rev gauge go down, cool down once again happening, and so much life left, 100% effect. But unfortunately, the small child going underneath the far seat of Terry, or for what would have otherwise potentially have been a lethal hit.
Boy. It was definitely looking like it was going to be a death situation, but thankfully, the evasion and the small hitbox of Hotaru paying dividends. Overheat right now for Clone. He's got to try to fight his way out of it. These loads, the quick little check, the counter, it didn't believe. Wasn't ready for it. Even he was just throwing it out. Oh no!
Oh man, the recognition in overheat to get the optimal punish despite not having access to the rev light into DP break into the level 1 heads up stuff right.
And of course the Preecha. Here are winners finals, Supergrenas and PC201's Robert.
Yep, Glandel Mouse, Premier Preecha coming out right out of the gates, but even more so is Robert with the rev low in response. What a huge far C wild punish to start things off. Huge not in terms of damage, but just being able to put them out of SPG to start things off. So he doesn't have access to that defensively. Now has to bet it all on a level 1. Can we get that baited out? But just very good defense there with the just defend. And he used the level 1 offensively, but Supergrenas able to call out the errant jump in right there. Had the hit, but couldn't do much after that. Supergrenas, good start.
I was gonna say he got the cross up right there, but not able to confirm anything afterwards. Getting caught by the throw. I wonder if that was intentional from Grenas, maybe trying to tech a throw, or maybe it was just one of those things like he was like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna throw it and whatever happens happens. But either way, he's gonna maintain pressure, maintain offense, taking away SPG from Hokutomaru. It's super important to do that early on because most of the auto mains are gonna run it super early on just to make sure they can kind of maintain pressure and have access to those moves at the start of the life bar rather than waiting until something happens.
Big back throw right there, but Robert's gonna be able to make sure it's not gonna count as much as otherwise it could have been, because we used our level 1 on offense, so we were devoid of a lot of defensive resources there between not having rev blow and not having a super. I think it was gonna make us block for a while, but really good use of the JDGC out of meter, out, but never out of options. Good stuff there by Robert.
Final round, game 1. Let's go, baby. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the barn burner you were looking for, Zoma. Oh, again, too many throws.
Rev blow get the hard knockdown as well. Good tech on the throw there. We've seen Supergrenas be pretty throw happy on offense and a defense. Robert has called it out a couple of times, but some key moments where it hasn't worked out. Key moment right here, though, as we get the level 1 knockdown. Hop on over, catch the rev guard. Not going to go into a throw that time around. But what a chase down. Going to get the air-to-air hit. Not going to confirm into a... Oh, but here we go. Supergrenas getting the far C to hit.
With the level 1 just to make sure we close out the round, and we do. Supergrenas taking game number 1. The man in green is the mean machine.
Get ready.
Looking very clean, as it were. Trying to get the far
and he ain't
C
a rapper.
to hit. There you go. Trying to get the far C to hit as well, but this time gonna get the whip on the rev blow. Big counter hit right here. Gonna put him out of SPG early. Game Leapfrog.
I'm telling you, he ain't a rapper, but he is a whipper because he just did double rev blow. Was that a setup? Unreal. I gotta take a replay. I might have to take that into account. been trying to play a little Preecha myself, but nowhere near those levels. Because right now, Grenas is looking amazing, but just when I say that, Robert trying to fight his way back into the tech roll, gonna catch him off guard, and one little interaction was not enough.
Yeah, just the early advantage is so key right here, because the funny thing about Preecha, especially against Hoku, despite not really being able to lock him down, if he gets the early advantage in the health lead and he's just floating up above, the fact that she can get a lot of plus frames on Hoku and lock him down if he's devoid of that SPG or level 1, very, very good in the matchup. So it's really good that Supergrenas is trying to get to that point as fast as possible. Oh, but the level 1 whiff, you were still able to recover in time to challenge the challenge. DP, get out now.
He doesn't have it. Yes, sir. Guard cancel once again. And it's one of those things like, he thought he had a little breathing room, so he's like, okay, I'm going to apply my offense. I'm going to start applying some pressure just to try to make this comeback. I mean, it was basically insurmountable. You had like almost a 99% life lead. He had SPG still on the table. So, I mean, again, you got to make sure you're not falling too far behind too early on. And it seems like it's so impossible because every time that somebody gets these early interactions, get these early leads, they almost never let it go. We're seeing kind of a repeat on the other side that almost mirrored. Exactly, and this level 2 is going to be enough to reset that cooldown back to 0, and honestly, it might be enough to kill.
Let's see, slam him to the ground, pose for the camera, QED.
No!
Not quite enough though, he's still alive. I couldn't even see the pixel, but we chase it down with the rev blow. Supergrenas 2-0.
All right, Robert, what you got left, man? You're running out of time. It's 2-0 lead right now for Grenas. Like we said, these reverse sweeps have been plentiful tonight. Oh, he dashed in and he got him through the rev blow right back at you, rev dashing in. Boom, boom, boom.
Just defend guard cancel, go into the lariat, try to catch him up the other end, but the rev guard gonna make it easier to block that cross up. Oh, go into the DP break as well.
Got him every single time. He loves those mix-ups. Every single time he gets a level 1, he gets a free cross-up mix-up potential opportunity. And now he's on set point to move on into grand finals on winner side. Robert, gotta lock in right now. If you guys want to see some Hokutomaru win some games, you gotta give him some energy right now because he is out of time and out of options. Oh,
nothing gives you energy like super greens right there. The kale, the spinach, the arugula all coming together to give Supergrenas the burst that they need. But a little bit glowing red right here for Robert. Unfortunately, going to be really bad here. Level 1 into the cross up. What do we get? No, just same side. Not even gonna do the throw. This could be it. And it is Supergrenas. The clean 3-0 to advance into winner's side of grand finals with the Preecha.
I tell you, man, that's the benefit of him and that why he loves using that level 1 in those interactions, because even though he gives a type of breathing round.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've got to feel like Clon already coming off of a Hotaru match to get to this point already is feeling comfortable play, or not comfortable, but already knows what he's getting into with this next round. But it's a different shade of Hotaru in my opinion. Tamago definitely going to be a lot more slowing down the pace, or a lot more prone to just not necessarily giving in to the aggressive nature of what his opponent is giving them, but still being able to meet them at the pass when they're trying to do so. Very important skill that Tamago has access to, and you're seeing it work out right there, getting the run up into the DP as well, the new routes that you need to have to make it stable. Tamago being able to use those to their effect to get the first game.
Good call, and again, these cross-ups are going to be super important for the evasiveness of Hotaru. Like, we've seen it before, you know, several of the combos that Clone would wind up trying to do would wind up dropping because of how the hitbox kind of interacts with certain combos, but it does not matter for Tamago because he's practicing on time and time again and still going to be able to close it out here. Oh, maybe not, just 1 HP! Yo!
Yeah, I believe that was supposed to be guard cancel into DP break. Instead, they got the fireball, so not quite enough damage there, or not quite enough in game from using the defensive mechanic. But still going to be in the favor of Tamago regardless. It was going to be an uphill battle for them, and it's going to be even more uphill if Tamago keeps going the way that they are right now. This is really good stuff right here to get things started in game 2.
I was gonna say, this uphill battle is just beginning because he just rev blew through. Dude, that is crazy. The read right there from Tamago. He knew that in that interaction that he was not going to try to follow the fireball suit. And now, because of that one little guess, I mean, sure, it wasn't that one interaction that caused the round win. It just helps kind of snowball his way into that second round here. Just super strong starts every single time. I mean, it doesn't feel like Clone is ever able to get anything started with that SPG.
And that's a good note because we were talking about at the top of the set as we get the cross up into the EX combo right here. A lot of rev arts here. Gonna put them into the mix up here, catching the roll. But as we said in the previous game, or at the top of this set, it was a different Hotaru that they were looking at. They weren't necessarily being cut off at the pack with a Tamago doing between these rev blows and then just running up and challenging them with these light buttons. So not letting Clone get any breathing room at all to really start their offense, because it just seems like Tamago's just a wall, just cutting them off, trying to do anything, as we already get a huge conversion off the back of that. So Tamago with a very good game plan to open the set. It's going to be up to Clone to adjust to this different flavor of Hotaru. No longer purple hair, it's a black haired one. You got to figure it out.
These walls got hands, man. It's one of those things, like, he wasn't doing anything necessarily bad. He put Tamago into overheat and he was trying to apply the pressure, and you see again now Clone just reaching a little too deep right now, just getting a little too aggressive, getting overzealous when it comes to applying that offensive pressure, because again the rev blows coming out from Tamago, he just knows exactly what to answer with. But thankfully that DP finds his connection. I got one as well. Right there, kick back.
Trying to reset, get some strike going. Oh, couldn't quite get a DP to work out. Get a link into the level 1. Rusher in there again. The far C. That's one of the that kind of stinks when you're playing Terry. It's a little bit too high up, so a crouching Hotaru just gonna watch it whip right over their hair, and that's just gonna be unfortunate right there. It could have been a way to extend pressure at the very least, but we gave Hotaru a chance to fight out again, and we respond with the rev blow in kind. Tamago just being absolutely special with the use of the rev blow.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen too many of the rev blow trade interactions like that tonight, but I feel like a majority of them have been coming out from Tamago. He just, like I said, a mastermind of timing and just patience when it comes to a lot of these situations. I mean, it doesn't matter. Even when he's in overheat, it feels like he's in control. He knows exactly when to place his moves. He's a surgeon. He's so deceptive with his timing, and once again that jump back made him believe he had some breathing room, and all he can breathe in is the sole of her shoe as he takes it with a dominant 3-0 and moving on into losers finals, guaranteeing a top 3 finish for my man. At all. He's got a big hill to climb here, either of these players, but let's see if we're going to see some more Hotaru action, or Robert going to try to get that run back in the grand final side of things. And he's already starting off hot. Night and day difference from that last match. He said, you know what, I gotta start playing offense. I gotta start playing some Fatal Fury instead of Defense Simulator 101. And he's doing an amazing job with the mix-up below right there. Puts himself into overheat, but honestly, with one interaction like that, he does not mind.
Yeah, absolutely. It could have been really bad because I believe that they thought they had one more chance to get a rev art to squeeze out in that combo to get rid of Hotaru, but it didn't end up mattering. But what's going to matter is the fact that you're going to already put Hotaru out of SPG, using SPG of your own to get this very devious knockdown and be able to reset the situation after Gear Super. All signs are pointing to a W to start the set out for Robert.
In a great position right now, 0% on for Robert, huge life lead, and basically a perfect game right there for game number 1. Tamago, gotta reset the mental right now, because now you're fighting a whole nother beast. Robert has been undefeated this entire tournament up until that very last match, so now he's gotten the taste of defeat, and he does not like it, because now he's saying, you know what, this losing thing kind of sucks. I'm going to go back to playing offense and going back to winning and dominating, as we see, again, early start off here for Robert, already taking away, stripping that SPG from Tamago, and not giving him any type of breathing room.
You said it perfectly, just making sure that they're emphasizing the offense. As we're trying to get the 2C to hit, just saying, please walk into this button, please walk into this hitbox. But man, finally we do get the hit as put Hoku out of SPG and now make him a little bit more squirrely on defense. And you can see the result right there as we just run up and get that close D. Still matched on wake up though.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful. One interaction could spell death on either side of the coin, but now overheat situation for Tamago, but he got caught on the wrong side, flipping him around. Well, let's see if Tamago can try to tie this up here. He's got 1 bar meter. Robert working with 2. And again, he's down around, so he might have to start using some of his resources just to try to tie the score up.
Yeah, Tamago, I think, is going to have to adopt a similar game plan to what they did against the Terry in the previous time, because they know how important it is as we hunt them down. They know how important it is up against a phase disruptor and a highly snowball and momentum-based character like Hoku, how good it can be to really get them on the back foot early, especially make them devoid of that SPG. So you're gonna have to really make it harder, make it so that they cut them off at the pass like they did in their previous round. But Robert, in this game 3, is off to a pretty good start.
Oh, counter! Should have found the counter hit combo, but on a few hits, kind of an awkward corner situation. He found another counter right there, but wasn't ready for it. But you see the DP just for Tamago to kind of get some breathing and get out of the corner situation. And this time, DP is not going to find its mark. This time, Robert's going to play patient enough to be able to take this first round here of game number 3.
Once again, early advantage coming into play. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but it is so crucial, especially against a character like Hoku with that Excel ratio. You see what it allows him to do to be able to keep the advantage in his favor. It makes it very hard to play against him when he's on defense or playing in neutral, or even when you're trying to mash out on offense. It makes it, which is why it's so key that Tamago was able to get that SPG on out of there as early as possible. Even though they don't keep the corner here, it gives Robert a little bit more to think about while they're piloting the character throughout the various phases of the game.
Yeah, see, I started to see some rev being used by Robert, but I also saw a bait from Tamago to be able to close out this second round here, game number 3. But I'm starting to see Robert starting to remember, like, oh yeah, I got the rev access, so I should be able to start using that during these crossing situations to kind of eliminate and alleviate some of those guessing work that I have to do instead of trying to force it every single time. But either way, Tamago, hey, he ain't slowing down anytime soon. He said, you know what? I like this. I like winning. I like staying in SPG territory. And he's going to keep applying pressure with Robert trying to fight his way out as well.
Reset into the throw because we tried to guard cancel after each time that we got in that -2 situation, but this time we're going to be able to get the wild punish into some huge damage. Level 1, keep Hotaru in the corner here, mash out, jump on over, but not going to be able to punish. Got the light hits.
Not enough to chain. He puts himself in overheat. The cross up, not enough to punish. Connection. Overheat again, but he's able to close it. Oh no, he dropped it. Oh no.
Wow, the DP at the end right there got the spacing trap with the 2C, but it wasn't quite enough. Didn't have any super, had no rev heart to spot. So Tamago going to be able to DP at the right time to get that round and get the game.
Unfortunately, such a crucial drop from Robert. That would have been a 2-1 lead, but now a 2-1 lead in favor of Tamago. So now he's got to have Goldfish. Remember, that's why I try to tell people, like, you got to forget. You got to just go into the new game. It's a new match. Don't think about it. Because now you start to think about it. It's starting to dwell on it. It's like, man, this mistake. The next thing you know, you blink. And now you've lost the next round.
Tamago had the playbook from the first game, understood that as soon as Robert had to be a lot more wise with his choices because he couldn't bank on SPG or level 1, he knew how squirrely the Hoku would get defensively. So he just knew that he had to get them into that spot as early and as often as possible. And that's been the difference so far in these 2 victories, but this has been the difference when Robert wins, able to get that early advantage as well. The momentum has not been able to be seized back by Tamago in these spots, but DP maybe could give him a spot. As I say that, guard cancel in to the Zanakin, and now Tamago could potentially be giving up game 4.
Okay, some potential breathing room. He's got to lock in right now. He's running out of time here. Doesn't have any room for error. This is it. Find openings again, and once and always Tamago early light lead, no more FPV now. Robert got to do it the old-fashioned way. He's got one stick of butter, and unfortunately the JDs are coming out just in time. I told you, I've only seen one man do it, and you're looking right at him right here. Chiropractor, budget time.
Not quite enough to kill, though. Still gonna wake up with the level 1. I wasn't out of... But I have the dive kick. EX dive kick is gonna be what wins it for Tamago. 3-1 over Robert. Fantastic stuff right there. And like I said, you really saw it at that last round especially. He had the playbook on Robert as soon as they dropped that first game. They said, as soon as I get that early advantage and I make them uncomfortable.
Loser side with the Hotaru and Supergrenas. Running it with the Preecha. On winner side of Grand Finals. Let's go. Fatal Fury City, the Wolves action. Get it going.
Absolutely, these two squared off in winners finals where Grenas took it 3-0. I'm already looking at different numbers right now, but they took it 3-0 in a clean sweep over Tamago. We'll see if Tamago can give them a little bit of a different look. Grenas is looking so good right now, but we glow green ourselves going through the fireball. That's been really good from Tamago to this point, but Grenas now saying, all right, we'll play a little bit of that honest neutral right there, stick out that far C, get that whiff punish, and now put you in a bit of a guessing game.
Again, he got one successful rev dash, and then he was just like, you know what, let me try one more time, but just not spacing it correctly, and because of that one little mistake of an interaction, forced him into a spot where he's in a guess for game situation. But now he's got 2 bars a meter. He's going to use the level 1 just to kind of equalize it, maybe? No, saving it. Oh, defense right now. Super green, super clean with the defense. Oh gosh.
Really scary, sticking out that 2C, seeing if Supergrenas would stick their RC into it or something, but not biting, knowing they have the health lead and only 10 seconds left on the clock. So Tamago's got to make something happen. Supergrenas is saying, I'm cool to just sit back here, even in the face of the EX Fireball. Look at these blocks! No! And then finding the right time to get the throw. What a defense right there.
Round 2. Get ready.
Grenas has right there. You gotta hold it. That's what I was saying. It doesn't matter how low the time is. As long as you have the life lead, you don't have to put yourself in a precarious situations. He knew he was going to try to get aggressive, so he decided to go for a throw in that moment just to make sure he either text and it burns up some more time, or he doesn't and he dies. And because of that, the smart decision making from him, he's able to take that round. And I wonder if the time is going to be a factor for the remainder of these sets, because we haven't really seen any timeout situations this entire tournament. So that was the first time where it actually became a factor.
Corner throw. Going to the safe jump. Good just defend on the safe jump right there, going into level 1 and put them out of SDG as well. So fireballs are going to be a little bit affordable for Hotaru at this point.
Okay. Oh man, luckily he didn't get caught up. He's going for the projectile as well, so I think he's going to try to play that range again where he can maybe dash in, maybe with the dive kick. You got to be careful. Any of these fireballs could spell disastrous on either side of things. And again, good call out from Grenas. Oh no! What happened?
Believe they tried to go for an empty jump throw or an empty jump mid. Either way, Tamago finding the right time to mash on that and challenge it. Good stuff right there, calling out the habits. We have said that Supergrenas does get a little bit throw happy in games, and Tamago just saying, you know what? I'm gonna take advantage of that, find the right time to Abari on out, and that's how I'm gonna get the round 2 of game 1 in my favor.
I just told you, I said any one of these fireballs could spell disastrous, and the moment he threw it out, he saw his opportunity. He said, you know what, I'm just going to spend it now, because with any of these just defenses and combos I can get, I can build enough meter for a potential kill situation. Oh, crap.
Look at how we waited out of the route or the range of that rev flow. We saw Tamago do that with dive kicks from Hotaru and Mai. Now mining the range and the spacing of the rev flow from Preecha. Really good spatial awareness there from Hotaru and Tamago.
Okay, just defense again. And again, now he's got a bar meter to work with. But now, does he have enough life to survive it? He may not. Getting kind of dangerously low, and I think that's going to be the rest of that life bar. GG, shake my hand, son. Game 1 of the Grand Finals going over to Tamago. For people who are not aware, he's got to win it twice. He's got to win a first to 3, reset the bracket, and do another first to 3 to claim this Fatal Fury tournament.
Get ready.
Unlike winners finals, Tamago has seen one go in. He got the first game up against Supergrenas this time around after getting blanked in winners finals. But right now, Supergrenas trying to make sure that that's the only one that they see go in. Deny them at the basket, a la Kevin Garnett. But we will see what the big ticket is here for victory as we get the DP for Hotaru, but denied by Preecha. Here we go, Tamago.
Oh my goodness, back to the corner we go, and another one, DJ Khaled out here. I'm telling you, this man knows exactly when to place those, and game 2 is looking in the side of Tamago. He just needs one more round here and have a dominant first start of this half of Grand Finals. He's trying to maintain offense, maintain pressure, getting dangerously low, green on green, and I know what color it is. Just the mix here, and he actually doesn't go fast. He actually stays exactly where he's at, and because of that mix, he's got a really big life lead. And honestly, I don't know how he could lose this.
Oh, but the back throw on the rev blow could be a way to get there, but the DP still undeterred, just gonna be able to bust on out of there. Supergrenas fighting back.
Get ready.
That was crazy. I mean, I would have never in a million years expected a man to throw out a DP right there while he's in overheat. But hey, these are not mortal men. These are one's legend. Mock chiropractor once again. Big life lead right now for Tamago. Trying to maintain the pressure. Just defense, just trying to get a little bit extra meter. I mean, one more interaction should give him enough for one stick of butter, but I mean, who knows? He might not even survive at this next interaction, and he does not. Oh, he does. Nice throw, mine's better.
Right back, perfect game for Tamago.
Okay, 2-0 lead right now. Supergrenas not out of this yet. Oni-chan. Find where you're at, big bro. Okay, I like this. Take your time, reset the mental a little bit, maybe swapping the color a little bit. Just kidding. Still with the green.
Alrighty, yeah, that is the calling card. That's the calling card. It's in the name. It's in the name. You gotta roll with it. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Exactly, right? Oh no. Wow, I just realized he actually put the SPG at the tail end of his health bar this time.
Oh, yeah, interesting. So probably just saying, you know what, I'm going to bank on, maybe not necessarily winning off top, but if I get into dire straits, because Hotaru now with less damage on her average touches, if I get the chance to get into that SPG in that final ratio, I'll have access to that rev blow, so I'm not the rest of the game.
That's how I think. I'm a big fan of putting SPG towards the end of the life bar, just because, I mean, you've seen how a lot of these matches have been going this entire tournament, where one touch pretty much at the very beginning of the set will determine whether you even have access to SPG or not. So having at the tail end kind of gives you almost like a comeback factor, almost like a rage mechanic where you can really turn things around.
Yeah, that's pretty good 1-1 right there, but there's only one of one Preecha RC. It may be stubby, but it is fast, and it will catch the startup of what you are doing right there at round start. Supergrenas using it to really get the early advantage here. Tamago trying to fight on out, though.
Woo. Oh my goodness. All right. And you see, this is not bad for Grenas, because again, he's like, okay, sure, I don't care. I took one interaction. Guess what? I still have SPG waiting in the wings. I'm not too worried about it. And the wild punt is jumping in. Oh my goodness. What a call out right there from Grenas. Trying to maintain the offense. Is he going to spend it? Not going to spend the level 1 quite yet. He's going to get crossed up maybe. Let's see.
Trying to get the punish with that stand D, but the DP gonna work out there. Even better is gonna work out with the Abare going to the level 1. Gonna be enough to kill. So Supergrenas on the board without the use of SPE. We are really looking strong here in this game 3.
See, I don't know what the change is. I wonder if it's the tempo or whatnot, because now, I mean, he didn't get access to SPG at all during that entire match. So he's not relying on it now, and I wonder if that's kind of shifting his mental a little bit, slowing down his play style. I mean, we're going to have to see, you know, this next match going forward. This will be real indicative of whether we're going to see a reverse sweep or if Grenas is going to wind up getting the bracket, or Tamago's going to reset the bracket.
Right now it's looking like the former because these 5Cs are landing in droves, as is these level 1s here. Gonna go into the empty jump low. Good DP on the part of Tamago though. But still the damage has been done. The dominant health lead on the part of Preecha.
Nice, just defense. Just trying to get a little bit of that recoverable. And now SPG is in, so you better make sure you kill with this combo right here. It's not gonna be enough, but I mean, one interaction, you may not even have enough time to use anything.
Yeah, but guess what we have on the tab now? Rev Blow too. So fireballs to try to close out are going to be very expensive now because you have to make sure that you're not playing into the hand. And that's exactly what Tamago did. So smartly running up and getting the throw to catch the Rev Blow.
Get ready. Fight.
Reset point here for Falcons Tamago. Supergrenas. So far, the SPG moving to the tail end was looking good at the start, but now not able to find its mark, and he found a counter. Big damage incoming level 1 as well, just to keep the pressure going. Big damage, half life gone. He's looking for the bottom half, and if he gets one more guess, one more chain, it could spell death. You know what that?
Here we go, set out the fireballs right here, slowly approach behind them, try to get them to walk into that far C. Nothing's doing though. Hotaru doing a really good job with the health lead, just not necessarily letting themselves to getting hit by any of the hitboxes being thrown out by Preecha. And Tamago with the good strategy there to get the reset 3-1. We're going to true grand finals, folks.
All right. This is Grenas' first loss in the winner side of our top 8, which means we go back to 0-0. Grand finals reset, the true grand finals. Oh, and the bait from Grenas, and he's actually going to stick it out with the SPG on the tail end of his life bar. I'm excited to see it in action right now, because I didn't think it was a bad call, but he wasn't able to get anything going besides that one game.
All right, but we're putting Preecha in a bind here in this West Coast corner. Jumped immediately right there, but wasn't punished for it. So now we can get a level 1 right here, put him into the guessing game once again. Go into the throw this time around, not snuffed out. Good blocks there.
Oh, jump back. One interaction. Good spell, the difference between life and death. Overheat now for Tamago. Looking to try to pull a crazy comeback here. Gotta try to do it all in one swoop. One throw is good. Oh, luckily he's not able to get the ball up there, and he got crossed up himself because he jumped over his head, and luckily Grenas was able to recognize that situation and turn around quickly and retaliate with a nice quick mid-check. And now Grenas back in the lead.
Big jumping right there with the jumping heavy kick. Now gonna put them into the corner here. Just gonna opt to go into the DP ender. Not gonna spend the bar because I feel like they can get a kill if they get a good touch right here. But the good touch is gonna come on the part of Hotaru. A couple of quick swipes with the light, but a bigger touch on the throw bait, but not gonna be able to trust it. Damage after the fact. We're right back to square one.
Oh, there it is. And that's what we're talking about. Grenas is a big fan of using 1 or 2 throws consecutively. So at that point, this time, it makes him bait it out and closing out that round pretty cleanly there. Game 1 of the reset.
Get ready.
Going to Grenas.
So what is going to be the MO here for Tamago? We have seen Supergrenas adjust their strategy just a little bit. Not too much in the way of, you know, total approach to the matchup, but necessarily how Supergrenas is approaching the neutral and then just still being able to threaten just running up and getting that far C to hit behind these fireballs. So Tamago's gonna have to figure something out right here. Right now, just opting, now that they have the health lead, to be a little bit slower with the pace of the game. And now Supergrenas
every time
to figure it out.
Oh my goodness, dude. Every single time Grenas gets a throw baited out of him, Tamago immediately retaliates with a dash-in throw himself. So it's one of those things like, he's got to pay attention to these things. I mean, these little mistakes are adding up. I mean, sure, he's got the lead right now, but I mean, one mistake is just enough to be able to turn things around. You see right here with a nice wild punish right there. That one mistake is half your life now. And here goes potentially the bottom half.
That is a very costly wake-up option right there. Gonna be the end of your life in game 2. Tamago with a perfect game to respond to dropping game 1. Yeah, you saw in that second round of game 2 how Supergrenas has been looking for that far C to hit, but Tamago doing a really good job playing around that by threatening with that far D instead for the whiff punish. And that was a huge bit of damage after the fact too. So now Supergrenas has got to mind their manners and mind their range when they're trying to throw that button out, because Tamago is showing that they know what to do with it.
I tell you, that was like that was it. It was 2 interactions, and it was basically death at that point. So you got to make sure you're being aware of when you want to place those. You got to be a little bit more aware of when you wanted to throw those out to avoid getting blown up into smithereens. You see these quick little lows, double it up just to kind of check them out. Now a sliver of SPG left over for Tamago, so still has opportunity to use it, and it looks like he's going to try to press his offense now. Oh my goodness!
Ran behind the fireball once again, tried to do something after the JD, but Tamago just still able to hit him. I do their best right there, but we held up once again on the command grab. Supergrenas knows that a player is looking for that at any point. Playing around that beautifully right there, and now beautifully using all of their plus frames to crank up the rev meter, and now putting Hotaru in the overheat. But Tamago's got to find a nice clean hit, but the whip punish with the far C against the rev blow. Good stuff there, Tamago.
Get ready.
I had hope. I had faith in Grenas right there. I thought he was going to be able to turn it around, but luckily Tamago shut it down, not going to let it happen. He puts him in that last bit of life, and he's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna. It's gonna let him get a little taste of victory before I strip it away from him. Now, again, we're starting off kind of patiently. An interaction again is one of those things that dictates who's gonna kind of steamroll and snowball the rest of this map here. Oh, another one. 3 times. Dash back.
Throw bait right there. Far C trying to get a big hit right there, but Tamago remaining disciplined defensively, going to be able to get out of the corner as a result. But you got him right back. No, forward throw, but put out the fireball for some Oki. Now we just retreat back to this mid range.
Triple just defense, just get a lot of the out back. They both have 2 bars of meter. An interaction, especially on the side of Grenas, will be plenty enough to kill. But you got to be cautious as well if you're Grenas. You don't want to put yourself in a precarious situation. Don't throw any big moves out. Don't whiff right now, because you could also die in 1 interaction, especially now with that throw connecting. Oh, man, jump back just in time.
Weaving in and out, trying to threaten outside of the range of that far C.
No! Oh my God, he dropped it!
The empty jump low link not going to work out, and Supergrenas is going to be able to steal the round.
Final round.
Unfortunate. That was super unfortunate, because I mean, Toronto looked like he had that round secured, had it in the bag, and now we go to a final round here between the 2. And you see right now he's trying to bait out a level 2. You saw last time, every time he threw out a super, he was immediately ready to retaliate, so he's not going to hang himself this time. Playing it more patiently. I like the adaptation from Tamago. He's not only going to let you get away with it once.
Oh, the far C. I was going to say, Tamago knows what Supergrenas wants, whereas Tamago can just opt to play either the 2C game or the fireball game. But this time, Supergrenas is being a lot more proactive in catching the startup, so Tamago doesn't have a choice but to interact with that button.
No more SPG here for Tamago, so you got to do it the old-fashioned way. And that's, again, the one big benefit to having the SPG toward the tail end of your health bar is that you always have access to it. You always have almost at least 1 interaction, unless they do some ridiculous combo like the one that Grenas did. And again, a lot of these throws have not been working out for Tamago. He's just been desperately reaching and not finding anything. 2 bars of meter. Got to try to find an interaction here to get anything going, but he got crossed up himself and dashed underneath, and Grenas with a perfect with the SPG at the end of his life bar. No SPG needed. 2-1 lead here in the true grand finals.
That was a beautiful read on the jump in from Hotaru. Dashed right under them while baiting them into the corner. And that was just, oh man, that is super good stuff there from Supergrenas right there. Just jashing right under there, baiting Tamago in a way that we hadn't seen in the set previously. We've seen them go for that 5C and try to get them to swing into it, but this time just opting to retreat, baiting Tamago to try to take the offense for themselves, and then immediately Supergrenas just absolutely putting an Uno reverse card, just saying, absolutely, this is what I wanted from you this whole time. Good stuff right there, and that's how we get to 2-1.
He said, actually, I changed my mind. I want to win this round. But right now, potential final game here in our Fatal Fury ladder tournament. Defense right now, NES. He doesn't have a reflex, but he's got the JDs, which is just the same. In fact, it works even better because I get a little bit of health back. And your health is going to be gone. No more SPG now for Tamago. But it's one of those things, oh wow, I didn't realize Greni has actually swapped his SPG to the beginning of his life bar now. So now he's actually pumping up the offense. He might have took a round and he's just like, you know what? Now's the time. Now I apply the offense. Now I relentless pressure. And with a level 1, should be enough to kill as well. Boom, baby. Tournament point for Supergrenas.
Unbelievable stuff right there. But Tamago has answered in kind throughout this run. Can he do it again? But Supergrenas doing a really good job, opting to go to that strategy once again, just trying to bait Tamago into overcommitting and then punishing me on the other side. We've seen the landing recovery combos a couple of times. That was the big chunk of damage that he got in this round, for that first round as well. But Tamago this time just saying, I'm going to lock you down so you can't even think about it, and put the fireball up, run up behind it with the 2C. Now it's time to play a little bit of my game. Just defend, guard, cancel into the DP, level 1.
Spent. Huge life lead right now for Tamago is basically working on perfect until Grenias just ruined all that. And now the throw loops. What's the mix now? Oh, and he interrupts. What a wake-up option right now for Tamago. And he should be able to close out this round. Still alive, but it's still tournament point for Supergrenas.
Final round. Get ready.
Final round here in game 4. Can Tamago bring it to a game 5 right now? Looking like the MO is just stick out one fireball, run up behind it, so Supergrenas does not have room to move and get that 5C positioning. But Supergrenas also trying to bait a little bit of movement right there. Exactly, sitting with that fireball right out of this range of that reactionary Rebel that Tamago has done all run long, and getting them into the 5C range of their own position. My God, what an adjustment by Supergrenas.
Too easy. Life lead right now for Supergrenas. Oh my gosh, and should be able to close it out here. Whoa, man, big damage with the Preecha. Oh no, last hit. Throw tech, super clutch. Tamago's got to do a huge comeback right here. All of it starts with one hit, one interaction. Level 1. Now Orange, gotta be careful. One guess wrong. Tamago trying to fight his way back in. The tournament is in Grenias' hands. He has it. He could close it out with one hit. Oh my gosh, and he's in overheat as well, so he's got to do it the legit way. Hunting him in the corner. Gotta be careful here. One interaction again will determine if we go to a final game, or Grenias are gonna close it out right here.
Hold it overheat too.
Oh my gosh! Jump in! He got him! He did it! I can't believe it! What a comeback!
6 seconds left on the clock, remaining cool and confident. Just right time to get the jump in and initiate offense with the frame trap. Tamago forces a game 5. What an amazing set between these two, and how could it end any other way, Leapfrog?
Dude, this is crazy. Where did he put the life bar at? Did he put it at the tail end again, or is he going to stick to it at the beginning? He obviously went back to the character select screen for a reason. Tamago, never over till it's over. And yep, SPG goes to the end of his health bar, and he relies on it at the end. He said, you know what? I tried at the beginning. I was not able to close it out here. Let's see if I can close it out on the end. And now Tamago in control, has the lead, trying to maintain it. Time became a factor again. As well as we haven't seen time become a factor in any of these matches other than when Tamago plays, because he knows the patience. He has the perseverance to still stick it out. Holding his own.
Yep, and doing it right out the word go this time around too, being able to send out that fireball, bait a jump in from Preecha, but now Preecha being able to confirm into that DP break. Can we get into a level 1 to get the SPG out of there? Yes, we can. Going to the other side, and yep, getting the throw bait right there. Gonna have to be a little bit selective with how we're gonna spend our rev meter because we're close to overheat, so we just go into a couple of regular specials.
Oh, he interrupted. SPG is in. Let's see if he's gonna find a way to make it work. He's getting dangerously close. He's got 2 bars a meter. He can spend it 1 interaction just like that. How about using both of them? Boom!
On the low confirm as well, just running up with the 2B and being able to confirm into a round winning kill as now we are at tournament point. Tamago can take it away.
Tamago, Tamagod. He's trying to live up to all the names you guys are giving him, all the nicknames. He's coming from the miraculous loser side run. He came for the very first round of losers, trying to reset the bracket, reset it, and now he can close it out here. He could be the tournament champion. He's got to win 1 more round. And yes, not out of this yet though. Patiently waiting his time, looking for an opening, and he's not gonna find it. Baited.
Huge punish on that throw whiff right there, and now even with not all the damage in the, you can see Tamago just slowly retreating to the other screen, but Supergrenas hogging him down, and now no more SPG for Hotaru. We still have untapped potential with our own SPG. We set it to final ratio, jump to the other side, get the throw.
Well, you said final ratio, man. I think it's about to be a final round. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, shoot! No, not like this. Tamago, he did the comeback the first time. Can he do it? No, he's not gonna do it. Final round. Tournament point on both sides. Is Supergrenas gonna shut it down, or is Tamago gonna do the ultimate loser side run? Let's go.
He had to DP there too because the guard game was getting cranked down. He was trying to play for that guard break. Good stuff by Supergrenas, just still betting it all on the DP right there. And getting the jump in now. Supergrenas now in a really good spot to take it.
No more SPG now. Level 1. He's got a huge life lead right now. 50% gone. Is this going to be the final 50%? 1 more interaction should be enough to close it out. The throw loops. 1 more time. What's a mix? Got him with the jump in. And Supergrenas is going to do it and take ParagOnline Fatal Fury number 17.
Down to the wire, and what seals the deal? Just being able to get the straight up safe jump, just clock them on the dome piece because we went for the empty jump throw so many times. Tamago thought it was going to be 1